What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Reality After Show's coverage of Big Brother 28. I'm your host, Bobby Goodsby. If you guys are new here, check me out on my social media handles at Goodsby Bobby down here on Instagram and Twitter/X, and then twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby at After Show on YouTube, where you can watch us live on both Twitch and YouTube. We answer all your guys' comments live here on stream. We got a big one tonight, guys. First eviction of the summer. Who's looking forward to it? Who do you think's going home? I know the East Coasters that are watching this live have already seen the episode. Us on the West Coast, we are just now getting the episode. It's about to start in about 2 minutes. So if you guys can, no spoilers in the chat. We will be watching, reacting live here on stream to the West Coast feed. So hope you guys are all having a wonderful Thursday evening. I know East Coasters is probably pretty late for you guys, but hey, the feeds are going. The stream is live, and we've got the episode upon us right now for the West Coast feed. Welcome in, everybody. Very excited to have you guys here. We're about 1 minute away from the start of the episode. So it looks like it's looking like Ashley's screwed, right? And honestly, she has no one to blame but herself. Like, she put herself in this position where all you had to do was keep your mouth shut. You had to keep your mouth shut, and that was it. What's up, Humane? How you doing, bud? Feeds are back. I don't know if the feeds are back yet. I haven't looked. I'm watching the live episode and reacting to the live West Coast airing of the episode right now, so it's about to start in about 1 minute. Ashley's fault for not looking for a 28. Exactly. I think with Ashley, like, she can really only blame herself. She's put herself in this position, and unless she wins the blockbuster tonight, I think she's screwed. I think she is pretty much screwed. And like I said, I know East Coasters, or in Humane's case, the Gulf Coasters, have already watched the episode, but we'll be hanging out, watching this, and then reacting to the feeds when the feeds come back. All right, so it says here, Humane says, feeds being down for 2 hours is giving me PTSD. And let me pull up the live comments on here so you guys can see yourselves in the chat. What's up, Humane? Thanks for joining me, buddy. Feeds being down for 2 hours, it is interesting. I wonder if they're doing like a in-person, like the competition type of HOH. It's not like a quick trivia or something like that. I don't know. I'm watching the episode live right now. It's about to start for the West Coast, so I might not be privy. Maybe you guys already know who the HOH is. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming and wondering, is it because they're doing a live competition that's playing out as we speak? Maybe they're going to turn the feeds back on after the West Coast airing. Maybe that's what they're waiting for, the West Coast airing to happen, and then the feeds will come back on. All right, so they just showed the Survivor preview, so that means Big Brother is coming. Here we go. Here's Julie Chen. All right, Julie Chen, first live show. Well, I say live for us, live for you East Coasters, not live for us West Coasters. So I'm really excited to see this HOH. Yeah. If you get, I know a lot of people probably already know. I already know too who goes home, but gonna leave it nice and coy for the people that are curious as to watching this live. All right, so we're basically just getting a recap right now. So I'll turn this volume down so that I can talk to you guys. So get your guys' comments, questions, whatever, read live here on stream. If you guys haven't checked it out, we had Portia Briggs from Big Brother 13 on with us earlier in the day with myself, Lauren Pratt, and Philip Solomon from Dondi Season 2, where we basically broke down the first week of the Big Brother house and everything that's going on, all the characters, the drama, all the messiness, and got Portia's take on her thoughts of the cast. And also, you'll have to hear what she has to say about one, Angela, her thoughts on Angela being the returnee for Big Brother, and two, her good friend Rachel Riley's little experience to start the season in the Big Brother house. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that out. It's on our Big Brother feed on the at After Show on YouTube. All right, so they're basically just breaking down right now what happened in last night's episode. Honestly, the week as a whole. I'm loving Drew, man. Like, I know a lot of people are on the Drew train, But it is so cool to see like someone from where you live do really well in this game. And I was worried for him. I thought him being the youngest guy, I was terrified for him. Taylor has been a travesty for most of my drafts that I took. Luckily, here at Reality After Show, the one we did, Lauren took her before I could, so at least I got that going for me. But yeah, she has not impressed me at all. Now she did calm down earlier this week. She did um, have moments where I felt a little bit better about her because she didn't panic. She just kind of let her gameplay and like her being able to talk to the others really solidify her safety in the house for this week. But I don't like the position she's in. Outside of Lala, she really has no one. She realistically has no one. So I'm interested to see how she plays going forward in the season. Humane, let me know in the comments. Did they show you the live eviction? I mean, excuse me, the live HOH, or was it some kind of competition? All right, so now we are talking about the time travel. Okay, so basically, Julie just said right there that there's no way to come back into the game. That once you're evicted, you're out of the house. So good, because I wonder if people were curious about that with the whole time travel thing. Are they going to make that a thing as to possibly having someone come back into the game? Who do we think is getting voted also the first person by America to get the chance at the punishment or prize? It's definitely going to be one of the three, right? I feel like it's going to be Devon's first. It's going to be that each week, right? It's going to be Devon's, D, and Angela, some sort of combination of the three for the first 3 weeks. I think the first one's going to set the tone because they're going to be able to give the other two the information of what's going on. I wonder what the punishment will be. Because if it's a punishment, I feel like it's going to be pretty bad. And if it's not a punishment, if they end up completing what they're going to have to complete, the prize better be significant. So let's see. All right, we got Taylor talking about how she needs the votes this week to stay. The same yada yada that we're used to. D explaining why she put up Ashley. If I had to speculate as to what the prize may be, I'm gonna say it's some kind of safety based, right? And this is just me spitballing. I have no idea. I'm just spitballing with you guys here in the chat. But the reason I say that is because I'm sure the producers are thinking that obviously Angela, D, or Devons will win, the opportunity to play the first three. And they want to keep them around as long as possible. They do. I mean, it's obvious. Like, that's why they brought them on the shows, because they want these people to stay around. They know that they bring in the numbers and they're bringing in the crowd from the different shows. So for that to happen, I just believe the prize is going to be some kind of safety situation. Now, punishment, I have no idea. Maybe you go on the block. Maybe you're possible nominee or like a possible renom. Who knows? I think that's a little extreme, but Big Brother. All right, now we got Yash talking to D and sorry, 1 second. I was interested to see what they were talking about. How does Drew tend to be in every single conversation? It's crazy how many people are like comfortable talking to him. I love it, and I think it's good for him. But Jag won the veto. Beads are back. Jag won the veto. That sounds about true. That's giving me PTSD of that for sure. So they look at Yash as a meat shield for that side of the house, or for Kamu and Chuck as well. If you guys are new here, get your comments read live on stream. We are doing a live watch party of the West Coast airing of the episode. What is Lala doing? She's dancing on top of Jason. I wonder what tattoo he has, because they really are trying to cover up all of that. He has to wear sleeves. Jason has to wear sleeves because of his tattoos. Maybe I just haven't paid attention enough. But I'm very curious to see what is on his arms. I'll have to pay attention when the feeds are back on. And I'm really curious to see how the show will play out the whole Jason drama and basically like how he has kind of alienated himself in the house as well with the way he reacted to the whole situation with Angela. All right, so with the feed still down, I think we come back. We obviously get our HOH winner, but I'm interested to see how this all plays out. The only positive thing I can say about the Vikings is that they're the best time zone. It is true. It is a good time zone for sure. I hate when they whisper on the episodes because talking to you guys and trying to hear what they're saying is damn near impossible. It really is. It really makes it impossible to commentate. So yeah, now we just got Melody and Lyric basically talking about how they want to get rid of Ashley because she's kind of in the middle. She's not really on anyone's side, but that means she's also not with them. Where Yosh and Taylor are people that they could potentially work with, even if they're not working closely with them at the moment. Even though I think Yosh is definitely more on that side for sure. Rum and joke. What's up, Artoritas? How you doing, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, get your comments read live here on stream. Finally went and got my beard trimmed, got my hair cut. I feel like a new man. Went to sports clips, got it all done. Feel much better now. It was getting hot with that hair and beard, man. All right, so obviously with a lot of you guys having already watched the episode being on the East Coast, for us on the West Coast, I've stayed away from social media. I have a good idea, obviously, who goes home. Um, basically no at this point, right? But I did want to I did want to keep it at least something that I stay away from social media, so I'm not privy to that knowledge ahead of time. My biggest thing is what's going to happen in the HOH because, in my opinion, this is the biggest HOH week two we've had in a very long time, right? Because this next HOH, whoever it may be, is gonna shake up the house one way or another, no matter which side it is. To be honest with you, because I feel like someone like Barrett, and I was listening to Barrett talk to the feedsters the other night, or was it last night or the night before? I think it was last night before he started talking to Kamu, and he was out on the hammock, and he was basically saying, he's like, if it were up to me, I'd be going after the Kamu, Haley, Chuck out there, which I think that would be a terrible move for him right now because those guys aren't even looking at you really on their radar now that they feel like you're part of that crew, right? So, in my opinion, it's smarter for him to just not win because I don't think anyone directly is targeting. It's targeting Barrett one on one. Like there's other bigger targets out there. Rick Devens HOH wouldn't change much. Yeah, I 100%. Well, because obviously with D being in power, it wouldn't change much. This last week, so obviously he'd be pretty much step for step with her in line of like what they're gonna do, and they're gonna go around the same way. But if the other side gets into power, I think it could really shake things up. And honestly, I'd be really worried about the icons for sure. All right, so sorry, we got Angela talking about the Rome lyric melody Mallory of it all. We got Mama's Angels too. So I didn't get to watch too much about that, but yeah. I mean, Mama's Angels, I don't know if that's really going to be something that sticks all season long. All right, we got commercial break now. All right, so like I said, like if someone like a Rome gets into power could really shake things up. Even though he's pretty cool with everybody, the guy obviously always wants to win. So I feel like he's not going to throw this competition. And then, and he's obviously a strong person in the house. Like he could absolutely win the competition no matter what. But then if like a Mallory wins HOH, oh my gosh, that could really shake up this house. Like then I'm really worried for D if that's the case. I don't know. It's an interesting position. Are they so when do we think they're gonna give us the answer? On Sunday for like the America's player pick? Is that what they're calling? Is it America's player? Are they bringing that back? The BB vote. I know that, but I think it is like America's player again, which they really just cannot figure out another terminology for that, can they? It's always their go-to. America's player, America's vote. All right, so feeds are still down, I believe. Let me pull up the feeds real quick just to see Paramount Plus. I wonder, is it live on YouTube right now too? Of course, they say okay. They promote that the show. Hold on one second. All right, so they promote that the show is going to be on the live feeds will be on the on YouTube, right? But then they don't have the actual feeds up, which is hilarious to me. It's hilarious. Like, are we so for real right now? Vote for me. I'll do some insider trading. Give money to Israel. All right, sounds good, Humane. All right. So let me see if I can pull up the actual Big Brother feed. Why am I not finding it? All right, it's here somewhere. There it is. All right. So with the actual Big Brother feed. Oh no, that wasn't it. I'll just type it out. It's easier this way. All right, actual Big Brother feed. If you guys are going to promote the live feeds, but then, yeah, see, they don't even have the cams up. So maybe I honestly think what they're doing is I think that they're waiting for the West Coast airing to finish, and then they're going to just go and add that in, right? So like they're going to just start the feeds up once the West Coast is able to catch up. I think that's what they have to do because it doesn't make sense, right? For every episode so far that we've gotten, they have had the live feeds go live after the East Coast airing. And by the time the West Coast airing is done, those feeds are already down off of YouTube. So that doesn't make sense to me that they do that because you're cutting off a whole section of the country that, yeah, oh yeah, West Coast, who cares? Like I get it. People always give me that. And some people, even on the West Coast, watch the East Coast feed. It's fine. But like it doesn't make sense for you to be promoting YouTube as a platform for people to watch the live feeds, but then they're over by the time the West Coast is finished with the episode. You know what I'm saying? It's strange to me. All right, we're back on the episode. We got Angela freaking out. So this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the Angela freak out start to happen. Angela's gonna stir the pot. We knew the we knew the Angela crash out was bound to happen, right? It was only a matter of time. All right, so she's reaching out to Kamu. They're definitely going to show us too when Kamu wants to bring in Angela, Drew, Barrett, etc. to the red corner. Honestly, I didn't mind this move by Angela reaching out to Kamu, especially since she already has the knowledge that Dee and Devins are working with them. She's trying to show, hey, I trusted too. And essentially, it's throwing Rome under the bus. But the Angela crash out, it was only a matter of time, right? Yeah, so they're basically breaking down how they see the other side of the house laying out. And it's pretty accurate. But I don't think they're as cohesive as a unit as the red corner and um and the other alliance really are, right? Like the new red corner, which Barrett said last night, he's like, sorry guys, I know you guys wanted the red corner to probably work, but that's not gonna happen. So I mean, we already got Barrett completely out on that. But at the same time, just let it play out, Barrett. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. Don't there's just no reason to break that down and and like shut it down right away. Let it play out a little bit, and it's only going to help you letting them think you're a part of something like that. If you guys are new here, get your comments and questions read live. We're doing a watch party on the West Coast for the Big Brother Thursday episode, and then we'll be talking about the feeds when the feeds come back up to discuss who is the new HOH, who's in power, where the everything's headed for this next week. All right, so basically, Common was talking about who he wants to bring into the Red Corner Alliance and who he feels comfortable with. Angela being able to compare herself to Ashley's game is so funny. That click to a Jason HOH. Please know I've seen enough Danielle HOHs not to like it. I hear you. Allie watches things. Hi, Bobby. Hope you're doing well. Just popping in. Hey, Allie. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for catching up with us. We're just watching the live eviction episode for the West Coast airing, and then hopefully we'll get the feeds back up and we'll be able to talk all about the feeds. So definitely look forward to that. Hope you are doing well, and thank you for coming in, popping in here to visit. Okay, so now they're breaking down. This is where Ashley gave or got the information that they're gonna save her, or that the red corner plus oh my god, why am I blanking on the icons uh alliance with Drew and Bear? Why am I blanking that? Someone help me out here. I keep thinking exposed. I'm like, that's not it. Crossover. That's why X. Golly, I was totally blanking for a good 2 minutes trying to think of that. So they're basically explaining that she has the crossover votes. Live eviction, tape, delayed eviction. Yeah, same. I prefer that too. Allie watches things. Another person in a great time zone. Thank you, you mean. I was totally blanking there for a second. I was like, what is the name of that damn alliance? I just kept seeing X in my head. Crossovers. Sorry, guys. I just had a brain fart of all brain farts. Okay, so here we're now seeing Ashley destroyed her game. Exactly. We're seeing Ashley do too much. She's talking to Melody right here and explaining, hey, this is the votes. This is where I know I'm getting votes. And we're good. She's doing too much. I prefer tape delayed eviction. Well, I'll say this. I do like the beauty of live evictions, especially when it's like double evictions and stuff like that. Tape delayed though, I do see the beauty in tape delayed as well. Are you saying tape delayed as in like as in reference to they're gonna film it and then air it later and it's gonna not be live, like basically the West Coast airing? Is that what you're saying? All right, so basically Drew's getting that information, got that information, and is now relaying that back to his allies, the crossovers, that Ashley's doing too much. Yeah, Ashley just wasn't made for this game. Tape delay because it's not live in the West Coast. I wish everyone got the same airing at the same time. I hate that we have to basically wait and all the information is out on social media. Like when I went to Baltimore a couple months ago to hang out with Fairplay and Gabe and all them and did our live show in Baltimore, it was so weird because I had never been to the East Coast. So it was so weird. We're going back to commercial, watching a live episode air at 8 p.m. and there's no information out there about the episode already, right? Like Everyone's watching it for the first time. People are live reacting to it, and it's actually like dark out. Like it's actually nighttime. You feel like it's 8 o'clock, and the fact is, like, there's no information out there, there's no spoilers out there. You can just enjoy it and live in the moment. It's like, I wish we got this on the West Coast every time. I do. I mean, I wish we got some, and I get it. We can't have that because obviously 8 p.m. is like the ideal time frame for people just getting off work, wanting to watch the episode. It's not too late. It's not too early. It's the perfect time. People are done with dinner. They're settling in and they're watching their favorite show. But it sucks. It sucks being a West Coaster, and you basically have to stay off of social media. You have to stay away from everything. You have to, if you don't want to be spoiled, um, and you realistically just have to, like, kind of, like, even me watching it now, I don't have probably the same audience as someone that's on the East Coast watching it live, doing it live, watch and react, because they're watching it live with people for the first time, right? And it's airing right then and there. With us, it's already aired, so some people couldn't care less about doing a live watch party for the episode, but I'm still doing it anyways. Plus, we're going to go into feeds right after this once the episode is over. So hopefully the feeds come back. And once the feeds come back, we will be talking all about the feeds live here on stream. So let's hope the feeds stay down while the episode's airing, because I know people want them back on right now. I get it. I get it. But I'm okay with them taking their time getting it up so that we can get through the episode and then they turn on the feeds, which honestly throws a little bit of a bone on the West Coast. Like, that's the least you could do on the for the West Coasters, is basically have the live feeds go live after the episode is aired for the West Coast. What's up, Big Tom Tom? How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for joining the chat. Get your guys' questions read live here on stream. You pay for East Coast viewing for Survivor, not BB, so it's different. It's different. So I can easily do it. I can just set a geolocation or whatever I need to do to watch the East Coast feed live. The problem is my schedule with my family. So my kiddo, my wife, on Thursdays, my wife works, which is the eviction episode, which is like the main episode I'd like to cover. And so with my wife working, that's 5 o'clock, right? So I can't really do a live stream for 2+ hours with my little kiddo just sitting here to the side of me when my wife's at work. So for me to be able to do it, I have to get her to bed by 7:30, and then I can go live with my stream, basically reacting to the West Coast stream. Now, on the other side of things with Survivor, it airs on Wednesdays. My wife is off on Wednesdays. I can go about my business coming on here at 5, watching the East Coast stream and watching it live with you guys reacting, because Wednesday is a whole different ball game when it comes to my availability to live stream. So that's the general synopsis, right? And that's also what cuts into, like, me being able to do my live streams during the daytime, which honestly, that's where most of my audience is the daytime people talking about the episodes and stuff, talking about the live feeds, until my kid goes to school. Once she goes to school, every single day of the week, except for Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays, I'll be going live talking about everything. So just like we did last summer. So just kind of got to wait for her to get back to school. All right, BB Blockbuster is happening. Amy, what's going on? Hey, Bobby, I just wanted to say hello, and I wish I could stick around, but I have to go to bed. No worries, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. I saw you comment on the video from earlier. Thank you so much for joining the chat on that, saying what's up. I appreciate you. Always a pleasure, my friend. Okay, so the Blockbuster is they have to find their image. They have to find their image and lock it in. I didn't catch any of the details, so I will be watching this live, reacting, but also completely oblivious to what the rules were. 9 p.m. Mountain Time viewing is low-key weird. Yeah, that is a strange time for sure. I understand my daughter will always be my priority as well, but I will catch the replay. Absolutely. As your kiddos should always be your main priority. You know, as much as I would love to live stream as much as possible, daddy duty is number one, and it will always be number one. So making sure she's good, then I can, even though my audience doesn't grow the same because of the fact that because of the fact that I am West Coast and I have to go later, and a lot of my viewers are East Coast, so they're probably in bed by now, what have you. It sucks, but for right now, got to do what we got to do. You know, once we get to around jury, then I'll be able to do more because kiddo will be back in school. Are you spoiled on about the episode? I know who goes home. It's been pretty obvious. Don't know how the blockbuster played out, so I'm watching that right now, trying to see how it all plays out, which it's kind of similar to what they've done in the past. Rule number one, I'm number one. Okay, number one, rule number one, you're number one. Absolutely. Hey, you guys are always going to be number 3 behind my wife and kiddo. But I love you guys all the same. I love you all the same. All right, so they're looking at these pictures of like the other house guests all like with their hair done up weird. Damn it, I wish I would have heard the rules. I did not catch what they're looking for in this. Is it just who's the outlier? 30 seconds left, so I don't know what we're looking at here. All right, well, no matter what, Ashley screwed. All right, so did they all get it right? Whoever appears the most. Oh, okay, thank you, Big Tom, because I was just like, what am I missing? I wasn't even watching. I was talking to you guys. Okay, so Yash had it no matter what. It was Mallory was the one who was on there the most. All right. Sayonara to Ashley. That was her only opportunity there. And was she aware? Because I didn't watch the feed today. Daddy duty. But was she aware that she's pretty much a goner if she doesn't win, or is she still oblivious and thinks she has the votes? Our feeds back in. Let's see. Feeds are still not back from what I'm seeing. Let me pull up Paramount Plus too. So let me mute this. All right, so let's go to Paramount Plus real quick and just see. I don't think the feeds are up. All right. Loading. I feel like the optimizing playback. Oh no, we got rabbits this season, guys. We got rabbits. Rancho Coastal Humane Society. So we've had cats, we've had dogs, now we got rabbits. All right. So feeds are still down. She seems fairly surprised, but I wasn't watching the feeds today early either. Yeah. So I imagine like they probably let her just believe what she wanted to believe at this point, because any information you give her, especially if like she ends up relaying that information that to someone else, hey, I found out I'm in trouble. It's just bad for your game. There's just no reason for it. Just we already know that she has too big of a mouth. Your rabbit died in March. I'm sorry, you mean that sucks. That's terrible. You have that rabbits? Don't they live for like a really long time? Don't they live to be like 20 or something like that? 30? I don't. I feel like maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like rabbits like live forever. Over under 11 and a half votes. To be honest, I think it could be a clean sweep. Like, I don't know if she's gonna, after what she did this week, 10 years. Oh, I thought it was longer than that. I thought, especially with how she did this week, couldn't keep her mouth shut. I thought I would say a clean sweep is what my prediction would be. But like I said, I'm watching this live for the first time, so I'm not privy to this knowledge like you guys are. All right. So then, yeah, 10 years. Dude, there was this guy that would walk around Old Town Temecula, and he just has this gigantic rabbit. Like, imagine the biggest rabbit you've ever seen and add on 30 pounds, right? Like, this thing it looks like a freaking box or something. Like, it looks like a medium-sized dog, and it would just chill on his arm. So he's just sitting there, right? I'm gonna get up for visual representation. He would just go and walk around with this thing fully hunched over on his arm and just walk around. The dude just walked around town. That thing had to have been like 50 pounds. And he's holding it with one arm. And the thing's not moving. It just stays there in his arms. It's like that's its home. It's not going to leave. And every time we'd see this guy, it would just blow my mind. And God, I can't remember the rabbit's name. We always joke that it's Peter Rabbit, but now it was something ridiculous. It was like, this is my rabbit, Malachi. Like something like absurd for a rabbit name. And the guy has to be just jacked in his one arm. He would just carry it around with one arm. And this thing is freaking huge. And it doesn't move. I'm like, don't they usually like react? Like jump? I feel like that thing takes one plunge like off of his arm. That guy's arm's broken. So that's just my little rabbit story while we wait for the show to come back, because I always found that freaking hilarious. Like when I see this guy and he just walks all slowly, like nothing's ever happened. Riesling says, hi, Bobby. Glad to see you do content. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for joining the chat. If you guys have anything you want to comment about the episode, what we hope to see on the live feeds, I appreciate you guys and would love to hear your guys' comments read live here on stream. If you're new here, check me out twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, or you can follow me at After Show on YouTube, at Goodsby Bobby on Twitch. I keep saying Twitch, Twitter/X and Instagram. So you guys want to follow me on my social media, I appreciate you guys. Feeds are back, Hamster 1 HOH. That's, yeah, we got the rabbit still on our screen for that. So I've got both the feeds, the episode up. When the feeds come back, we will be talking all about the feeds and who won HOH and where the fallout is falling on the house. All right, sorry about that, guys. Just banging the freaking mic. So episode is still at commercial break. Obviously, we just saw Yash win the Blockbuster. Still love that Blockbuster thing, by the way. I think the Blockbuster is one of the greatest things they've added to the game by far. Like, for the love of God, please end it prior to jury. That's all we ask. Does not need to be around for jury. All right, so we're back now. Ashley and Taylor, the two nominees. It's pretty obvious. Ashley's going to go. We all know it. My biggest wonder is it going to be a unanimous vote? Will it be a unanimous vote? I think it could be. I don't know where she picks up a vote from. I don't see a single person that would vote in favor of Ashley at this point. Cat 1 HOH. All right, so we are back now. They're going to announce to the cast who won the Blockbuster. I always find this super lame how they're just like standing there on the steps, like waiting to come down before they can get revealed like who won it. I wish they would like one of these times too, like do like a fake out. Like it's the winner of the BB Blockbuster is Yash. Something ridiculous. All right. So now we get to wait for the 30-minute vote. When it's the very first vote of the season, that's all. It's like watching paint dry. Especially when it's unanimous and it's not like it's up in the air who can go home. When it's pretty obvious who everyone's going to target, it just takes forever. Especially after all the shout outs. They should have done a fake out when Tucker lost. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's check the feeds real quick. Feeds are still down. Oh, we got cats now. We got cats now. We got to refresh this. All right, cool. All right, so now let's see here. We're getting to the vote. They're going to basically give their speeches as to why they should stay in the house. You guys just now joining, get your comments read live here on stream. Love to hear you guys talk in the chat, talk about everything. All right. So Ashley being so extra in her speech. Yeah, the Burger Queen, excuse me. I just the whole burger thing. There's no way that's real. There's no way it's real. The fact that she would think that that was a good enough like thing to say that you've never eaten to get cast is so funny to me. So funny to me. Uh, KLB, you just fell in my algorithm. I love BB, so I'm going to stay and check you out. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, welcome. Glad the algorithm is working. I go live on here to talk about live feeds, talk about Big Brother. We're watching the West Coast airing of the episode right now. Right now, Taylor's doing her speech as why she should stay. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad that you also like BB and the content. So welcome in. If you have any questions, comments about the episode or where you think this next HOH will turn out, let us know. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason I do this. So thank you so much for being part of the chat. Helps me out a lot. But once the feeds are going to come back, which who knows when, I just refreshed it. Oh, there we go. That was weird. It froze on me. I thought the feeds were back for a second. I just sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. If you guys can, just like KLB, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit the bell notification so you're notified when I do go live with my live streams. Amy, you're still here. Welcome. Thank you so much for saying that. Hey, KLB, welcome. We're a fun crew here. Nothing crazy. We're just like-minded people hanging out, talking about Big Brother, the crazy show we all love. I'm going to stick around for as long as I can until I have to turn it off. LOL. You can do my nighttime routine with me. There you go. I'm glad to be a part of your nighttime routine. I'm glad to be a part of your nighttime routine. Like I said, we answer all your guys' comments live here on stream. So anything you guys want to say? Okay, now I wish I would have timed it. They just did the first one. So I'm going to say it takes at least 6 minutes to get through all the votes. Humane and Amy are OGs. They've been here with me for a while. So thank you to you guys for getting involved in the chat, welcoming in the new people to the chat. Thank you so much. Daryl Seymour, I see you up there too. Hope you're still here. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon / evening. Okay. Got all the shout outs. Oh God. Lyric and Rome just kissed in the hallway. I knew that was coming. Dang it. I wonder on Kalshi if there was a bet that would happen. All right. Honestly, I think it'd be a very interesting HOH too if like a Lyric or Rome won it. September 2025 is an OG. Yes, that is an OG. Honest, well, I mean, anyone who's been with me over the course of the years, right? Either whether it be from my time at RHAP, whether it be my time with Brent here at Reality After Show, or me and Brent, man, there was times we were pulling like 10,000 people in the live stream. Those days are crazy. I miss Brent. Brent said he'll come back on. Brent Wagamont said he's going to come on with me once he comes back from vacation. He promised. So we're gonna definitely have Brent Wagamont on here, have a nice little mini reunion talking about this season and the show and what Brent's been up to. So I'm really looking forward to that. We just had Portia from Big Brother 13 on earlier today with myself, Lauren Pratt, and Philip Solomon, who was on Deal or No Deal Island 2. And so if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out our content where we ask Portia her thoughts on the season, her thoughts on her former #1 ally, Rachel, being a part of this season as well. And then also just getting her thoughts and opinions on the players, cast, etc. So that was a lot of fun. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out. Let me catch up. You're an OG if he says so. LOL. I've been around a few years, but I'm relatively new to Big Brother because I didn't know that they covered it here. Yeah, we cover it here. Pretty much most reality television shows we cover here at Reality After Show. Mainly Survivor, Big Brother. Outlast was huge for us, which was shocking, but it did really well for us content wise. So we're going to be trying to cover more and more shows. Absolutely. B. David, what's going on, my friend? Johnny's thoughts on Jason's dead mom live. So I actually, Johnny doesn't really pay attention to Big Brother, but I did mention it to him today when I was talking to him on the phone. I wish he was up right now. I would totally hit him up and have him join in real quick and give his thoughts on it. He hasn't seen it, right? Because he doesn't watch it, but he also has been traveling. So he just got back. He was hanging out with King George from Australian Survivor. So he needs a lot of rest after a week of hanging out with King George. So I told him to go check out the clip, though, because people were basically saying it's similar situation, but I think it's not. I mean, Jason's mom actually died and relatively recently, right? And Johnny was faking his grandma's death. His grandma was alive on the couch somewhere else. So I think it's apples and oranges. I just did not like the way it just felt icky to me how Jason went about that, and then especially telling everybody after the fact. Amy, so you were on Rahap? Yeah, I was on Rahap for a few years. Did a lot of Big Brother content, did live feed updates with Taryn, covered a bunch of shows with them. That's where I got my start. And then when Brent left or got fired from RHAP, he went over to Reality After Show, and he was gonna podcast with Alex Kidwell, but then that didn't work out for reasons. And then so Brent reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I know you haven't been getting a lot of airtime on RHAP. Do you want to come over and podcast with me and be, doing all the Big Brother coverage with me on Reality After Show?" It's like, sure, let's do it. All respect to the guys at RHAP. They do amazing stuff. Their content is what dreams are made of to be. I wish we had half their numbers because like they kill it. So just talked to Taryn a few days ago too. He's doing well. So good to hear from him. But yeah, and then Fairplay made me producer of the podcast, and even after Brent left, because Brent just decided, he was tired covering Big Brother and doing content, so it became just me. So, and if you guys ever saw these during COVID, we had the Rahap sequester that like went viral and stuff. We actually did a rewatch of that a couple months. It was like a year ago. We did a rewatch for like the 5-year anniversary of it, which I know sequester is canceled nowadays, but what we did in that moment that night was something special, and I was a part of that. So if you guys haven't checked it out, there's a lot of great content showing, basically breaking down our like confessionals and all that from our sequester mini that we did back during COVID. That was trending on Twitter, by the way. It's crazy. And I get pretty far in the game, so go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Jason's mom's alive. No, she actually did pass away from what I heard. And how did I miss you there? I don't know. You could probably find me somewhere archived in their content somewhere. Brandon Donlin, actually, because I listen to Rahap still, they were doing like the best of Rahap moments. And Brandon Donlin brought up the sequester mini and brought me up specifically for something that happened during that as like one of the greatest moments in like Rahap history. Not saying that was the greatest moment. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it was like a part of like over the years, what are some of the greatest moments from Rahap history? And yeah, so it was pretty cool hearing my name on that again. Let's see here. Well, that's pretty cool. Thank you so much. I was so glad to see her. I wasn't sure what she would bring, but she said everything all of us are thinking to ourselves. Haha. Yeah. It wasn't a lie. Jason's mom actually died. Yeah. Oh, Google AI lied to me. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, his mom is actually dead. Wait, where can I see the Porsche interview? So if you click on our YouTube channel, right? Just Reality After Show, or you can look it up at After Show on YouTube. So youtube.com/after show. And go to our Big Brother content. You'll see Porsche on the thumbnail. It looks very similar to the thumbnail I have now. So you'll be able to find it there. We just did it hours ago. So definitely go check that out. Oh my God, you're absolutely right. That's how I found this channel. Okay, there you go. Brent was so funny, and I loved him. I couldn't believe that they booted him. I know Brent's the best. Literally everything you can imagine with Brent. Like Brent is literally the greatest person ever, right? Like he's exactly how he is on stream is how he is in person. And I have nothing but love for that guy. He gave me the opportunity I have now here, where I have my own platform with Reality After Show, and helped me out a lot at Rehab. So all the love in the world for Brent. Brent is the best. Uh, B David AI be doing that exactly. Is Sequester on Rehab? I don't think they have it on the Rehab content, but if you let me look up the link and I'll put it in the chat for you guys to check out. Let me find it. Because there's a really good one out there. I forget, it's by Cheeto or something like that. So Rehab Sequester Mini. Yeah, this one right here. So I am linking that in here for you guys to go see. This is Nintendo. I feel like there was another one. Hold on. Let me just see. Oh, this isn't the one I was thinking of. I don't know. It's the one that I was thinking of not on here anymore. I don't know if that person took. Oh, right here. Here it is. Survivor Florida. That's who it was. Survivor Florida. Okay. Me copy and paste that into the chat for you guys to check out, because they did a great job editing it, doing all of our thoughts and our audio from it. Here we go. Oh, I think my wife just got home. I hear the garage going off. There you go, guys. So if you guys want, go check. You can guys check that out there. Let's see here. Rob Sesternino versus Johnny Fairplay captain season. Oh, could you imagine? I mean, I know Fairplay. Well, Fairplay wouldn't do it on Big Brother. There's no way. He's already said he could never live in a house that long. Let's see here. But maybe on Survivor today. He is so funny and off the cuff, and yeah, he was not censored enough for rap, I guess. But yeah, I love him. Hello, I found it. Thank you. And I spelled Portia's name wrong. There you go. There you go. All right, perfect. Glad you were able to find it, KLB. Welcome in. Welcome to the coverage here at Reality After Show. All right, so we are now 13 minutes in. I think my over under of 7 minutes was a little lacking, but then again, we did have a commercial break with the vote out. So we're still waiting for the votes to roll in. All right. All right. Feeds, I believe, are still down too. Oh my God. We still have people giving their votes. This just takes forever. Yeah. We're still on kittens right now. All right. All right. Yeah. I just think Ashley, you think Fairplay would go back on server in a second? Fairplay is offended that they haven't reached out to him yet. I love Fairplay, and so they did reach out to him when originally Winners at War was going to be rivals. They reached out to him, and he answered the phone saying like, "About time you called." And they said on the phone, the casting producer was like, "Hey, listen, calm down. If it makes you any happier, just let you know you were the first person we've called for rivals." So was it? Oh yeah, she's okay. Ashley just got voted out. Was it unanimous? 14 votes? Was that 14 votes or what? I don't know. 16 votes? I didn't even hear what it was. Was it unanimous? She's taking it well, though. She's taking it well. But yes, he was also upset that they didn't call him back for 50. I don't think he even received a call. But fair play. Any opportunity comes his way, he's going to take it. Look at the million shows he's been on. He won celebrity bull riding, for crying out loud. So yeah, I think if Fairplay got the call for Survivor, hell, even though he says he would never do Big Brother, like part of me feels like if he's getting the call for Big Brother, he's gonna take it. Just her hugging everybody on the way out is gonna take 17 minutes. All right, let's get back to what you guys' comments are. Yeah, so 100% Fairplay if given the opportunity, he will 100% come back to Survivor. He means to put Rachel on the island as a captain and do 3 tribes. I would love that. I would love that. Rachel on Survivor will be interesting. Well, I know she applied. I know she applied, but I don't think she's on 51 or 52. Uh, will Fairplay say his mom died next time he plays Survivor? I don't think anyone's believing anything Fairplay says because he was a crybaby last time he was there. LOL. Yeah, well, but he was actually. I feel for him because I mean, granted, it's Fairplay. Do we take what you will? But I mean, he had his entire jaw broken by Danny Bonaducci like days before they're supposed to leave for um, for his second stint on Survivor Micronesia. And so as soon as Yao Man bashed his head into the side of that boat, it was game over for him. It was game over. All right. Respectfully, he should have stuck it out. Yeah. Fair play on the Survivor 54. My grandma actually died 2 years ago. 14-0. Yeah. For as entertaining as Ashley can be, like on the actual television show, I love how she shows like unsure why people voted her out. She's like, it doesn't make sense why they changed their votes. But like we got none of this on the live feeds, right? She just didn't build those relationships with people enough by far. I love Fair Play, but I was disappointed with his last performance. Absolutely. I mean, we all were. It was not the true Fair Play. His head just wasn't in it after that incident. Yeah, he when he got his jaw broken, he had to leave for Micronesia. Like I want to say it was like a week or less, right? And he had it wired, like everything all put back together, but he was in a lot of pain, obviously. And when Yao Man and him ran to try to grab that idol, and Yao Man like pushed him into the boat, he hit his head into the boat, and it was just it triggered everything for the pain in his mouth. So by then he used the excuse, oh, I want to get back to see my daughter, my pregnant or my wife or girlfriend's pregnant, like I have a daughter coming, I've got that, and like that didn't play well on TV by any means. Um, he should have, if that was really what happened, he should have just stuck with that reasoning as to the pain, because he said he even asked a producer on set to give him like a Tylenol or something for the pain, and they wouldn't give him anything. And so, yeah, he was done. He was done. Um, he had a broken jaw. Fair play on Micronesia is a medevac. Essentially, it was a medevac situation. And every single one of his fans would watch whatever he's on. Okay, that's information I wasn't aware of. I thought he left because he missed his girlfriend or something. Well, yeah, that's the excuse he gave, which I thought was like a terrible reasoning, right? It just doesn't look good no matter what, if that's your reasoning. Like everyone's got something to go home to. You're not the only one. So like, yeah, I feel like you got to come up with a better excuse. You know what I'm saying? So that I wish he would have had a better excuse than that if he didn't want to admit the true reasoning. And who knows? It's fair play, right? Like he could be over embellishing that. Who knows? But that's the information he gave me, and we've established. I think even Rob wrote about it in his Survivor book that he just wrote, and he wrote that it's like pretty well known that that was the reasoning why now. That information is out there as to like the real reasoning why he left the show. Ashley reminded me too much of Ashley. Well, it's just funny how this Ashley actually did go home first, and the other one went on to win. Thanks. Thanks, Humane. I didn't know, and now I feel bad. But they didn't show it as a medevac. They showed it as a vote out. No, and Jeff was giving him shit too. Yeah, no. It was definitely a vote out. It was basically like a, all right, well, do we even need to vote? You can go ahead and leave, essentially thing, right? But it was more so because people wanted him to stay, but it was more so that they were like, okay, we know he's in a lot of pain. Let's just, it's an easy first one. Plus, none of us want to go, so let's make it easy. He was voted off, but it was basically a medevac, exactly, essentially that. Ooh, okay, so Julie's talking about the new twist being unleashed that we obviously all know about. the BB time capsule twist. So it's going 6 weeks. I forgot that they said that. So 6 weeks we will be having one person go into the time capsule where they can either win a power or a punishment. Who do we think out of the icons is going to be the first one chosen by America? Because it's 100% going to be an icon. I think Drew will eventually get in there, and I think even possibly Barrett. But I think that's bad if that entire alliance goes in like 5 weeks in a row. Because if I were in the house and I was on the other side, I'd be like, well, clearly America loves those favorites, and those two must be the ones working closest with them, right? I didn't hear what she said there at the end, but they might just be reacting to that information. So I think with the time capsule thing, I really think that I think it's going to be Devins, then D, then Angela. Might switch those two, and then I'm going to say Drew, and then Barrett, and then there's a sixth one, whoever is like the favorite at that time, or like on the side of the fans by that time. I mean, I could see it being anyone at that point. But I think it's going to be some sort of combination of the icons, the first three, and then Drew and Barrett at some point there. We'll see how many people are going to be playing it up more because they know that this is going to be an America vote, essentially. BB28 Ashley. What if Ashley didn't win the veto last year? It's going to be a whole different season. It would have been a whole different season had that not panned out. Excuse me. I didn't know. Now I apologize to Fairplay. I didn't follow it closely at the time. I didn't know. Well, the information wasn't out there till many years later. I didn't know until a couple of years ago, until he told me when we were doing. I think we've talked about a few times actually on our Survivor podcast at some point. All right, so that's the end of the episode. I can finally get that out of my ear. All right, so episode is over. Ashley is gone. Now we have a new HOH battle upon us. We're assuming that they're playing it out right now. That's why the feeds aren't back. KLB says, how long until Angela crashes out? If the other side gets power, immediately. Like as early as tonight, right? But if someone on her alliance gets power, I think, or even if it's the Red Corner alliance gets power, I feel like we might not have a crash out. I feel like it's coming, right? Hurricane Hurricane Angela is upon us, and it's only a matter of time until it happens. But if Jason wins HOH, it's happening tonight. We are here for it. We are going to be covering it. We are going to be watching it live. 1,000%. She wouldn't have won Humane. Yeah, I don't think she would have won by any means. Yeah, but when the live feeds went on YouTube, they had the pet feeds and some shit. See, that's what I don't get. It's literally the first eviction night. Probably the episode people watch the most, right? Like you might miss Wednesday, you might not watch Sunday live, but you're 100% watching as close to live as possible, the majority of the audience, to the Thursday episode. So I don't understand why they think they're going to publicize, hey, the live feeds will be live on Thursday, and then they just don't they don't have it live. Like the only reasoning I could see is if you are doing it where you're going to do it after the West Coast airing, because there's literally you're showing nothing but the dogs. And I was hopeful. I was really hopeful that they were going to use it like an OTT style where they would essentially be showing us the actual competition opposed to us just sitting here with nothing on our feeds, right? Like give us OTT style, bring OTT back where we get to see the competitions live. People would be so here for it. Every single competition. Like, are you kidding me? People would be so here for it. Yeah, but when the live feeds went on YouTube, I already read that one. Oh, I hope Jason won then. Oh yeah, if Jason won, the crash out starts tonight. KLB, it was a mild crash out when she heard about Jason from Drew, but yeah, I can't wait to see a full crash out. Laugh my ass off. That's why we love her. Good entertainment. I mean, love her or hate her, she brings the drama. She brings the heat. So you might not love Angela, and I get it. There's times where Angela annoys the crap out of me too. But at the end of the day, would I rather have Angela than no Angela? I'd rather have Angela there, 1,000%. As someone who went to Utah, I have to be an Angela stan. I mean, Angela might be the best thing happening in Utah this year. Like, Utah is not doing well on social media and YouTube right now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the Reckless Ben content, which is phenomenal, by the way. So, yeah, the state of Utah not having a good 2026. There's a thread on X. Users reports indicate problem with Paramount Plus since 10 p.m. Eastern. Huh. I didn't see KLB any news now. She's a horrible player. She'll never win, but she's fun to watch. Now trending Paramount Plus outage hits Big Brother 28 live feeds. Reckless Ben, Ben. Reckless Ben. If you go on, look him up on YouTube and watch his Lego theft drama, and that whole case, and it's going to court and all that. It's crazy. Police corruption, everything. Like, it's wild. And yeah, I'm talking about the Legos. Yeah, the Legos. It's Utah is not having a good 2026, especially with the whole Reckless Ben thing. So Angela is the least of Utah's problems right now. So that's curious to me. I didn't see that they are having a problem with the outages. But the thing is, like, this isn't new for Big Brother, right? Like, Big Brother is notorious for giving us the animals. It's just the Big Brother house guests are shooting something awesome that you will see soon. The live feeds will be back up shortly. I don't think it's anything messing it up too much. I think it's just normal BB that they're just giving us the dogs right now. So I'm gonna stay live, and hopefully we get live feeds here shortly. I thought there was a possibility we would get the live feeds back up after the West Coast airing, but no, it's not related to that. It's not anything related to that. That's for sure. That's another problem Utah had, huh? No, Reckless Ben was a whole Lego drama. So if you haven't checked it out, there's like multiple videos on YouTube. Like, every content creator known to man that's high profile with like YouTube has covered everything about this case. It was on Asmongold, Moist Critical, like everyone. Yeah, Lego lawsuit. Reckless Ben is incredible. That content was amazing. If you guys haven't checked that out, like, it'll blow your mind. Watch the videos in order, though. The first episode, it's a little long, it's a little silly, but it gives you the information, the backstory. And then episode 2, you'll be sitting there and be like, what in the hell is going on? I'm shocked you haven't heard about it, Humane. I'm shocked. I discovered him. The McKinney Manor thing was going on, LOL, years ago, but the Lego thing is recent. Yeah, that's how I discovered him too. Was his like going in and doing the McKinney Manor stuff, and then I've watched his other content where he's trying to find like Banksy, excuse me, and everything. So, and I'm a sub to him on Patreon too, just because he always drops the initial videos on Patreon and then it goes up on YouTube a few days later. Like, I told Fairplay we should have covered it. I told Fairplay we should have talked about it for sure. Because it was what everyone and their mom was talking about it. So for those of you guys just now joining us, get your comments read live. We're just talking here in the chat until the feeds come back up. We are still on dogs right now at the moment. Let me move. There you go. Now I can watch it live right here. Let me do this. I'm gonna go to the 4 camera angles, because just in case anything pops up on one and not the other, even though I can't stand the 4 camera angles because of the mixed audio. It drives me nuts, but I have to do it when I'm like, okay, which screen am I wanting to go to actually pay attention? How do you guys feel about the live feeds, like the 4 camera angles? Because for years, the only reason I ever used the 4 camera angles, like in one screen, is to basically just see who's talking and which one I'm going to switch over to. I never actually sit there and watch the 4, even when it's all the people sitting there and every single camera is an individual camera on the one conversation. The audio is just atrocious. It's too much. I used to be okay because they had 2 cameras matched for each headphone, so you could switch either headphone and keep up. But nowadays, it's like you get like a lot of feedback from every single mic, and it's like almost like an echo of the people talking. I only use it to figure out which camera angle I want to officially go to. That's what I do. I look at the 4 to decide which camera I want to look at exactly. I think that's the only play. You know what's the biggest travesty to the live feeds? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not Big Brother Canada. I'm very happy we still have live feeds. Like the show would not be the same without live feeds, even if it gets a lot of it cut. But the one travesty that I wish they would bring back is the live chat for the live feeds. I have made so many friends over the years just by talking to people in those live feed chats. Now, don't get me wrong. It could get toxic. Oh, and rewind 100% KLB. Rewind was the biggest thing because I rewind in the chat. Those 2 things are 100% things I miss most. And the rewind was huge because like I work. I can't just go and watch. I can't just watch live. So if I miss something, if someone doesn't clip it to social media, which thank God people have a lot of time on their hands. So there's a lot of clips that are out there that you can find on the internet. But I hate that you can't rewind and go back and be like, hey, okay, something happened at this time and I can't go back and watch it all play out. That is huge. Like imagine like back in the day, you couldn't go back and watch like, Angela's freak out or whatever. And honestly, that might have been cut by then too. I don't remember, but like, it sucks. It sucks. Oh no, you can't. Oh my God. They took off the live feed chat groups. Yeah. I think last year, was it last year or the year before? Or 26 or 27 is when they stopped doing the rewind feature and the chat groups. I want to say it was last year. When did this start? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it was 2025. Or sorry, BB28, excuse me. Poor Taryn. Well, Taryn gets a lot of his information through people through social media and stuff, so he still has a lot of waves. And I think he pretty much watches all day long anyways, or if something happens, like someone hits him up, hey, you need to tune in now, and he goes to it. But the fact that they took away rewind and the group chats, travesty, absolute travesty. No, you can't go back. Rewind was huge because like someone crashes out, or even then there was a lot of times where I'll hop on late at night when I get off work. The house guests are already asleep. I've still got a whole night ahead of me, or something will happen and I didn't get to see it live. So I'll go back and, there's nothing going on in the house right now. They're all just eating, showering, sleeping, whatever it may be. I'll go back and rewind to those moments and get an idea of when a certain conversation happened or when something was getting switched up in the house. So it allows you to be able to pay attention to what's going on in the house and follow along. And now we don't have that feature. I think it's an absolute travesty for sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm going by imperfect memory. It's somewhere around that time frame, right? It was like, I want to say 2 to 3 years ago, they took away those features. I want to say the chat was last season, but I could be wrong. It could be 26, 25, but there's someone out there screaming at their computer right now, listening to this after the fact, being like, it was 24, I don't know. It's been a while, but it's also like, for years I would go on there and I had like a group of people that they always went to the same group, and I wasn't always there, but I'd show up occasionally. And sure enough, every year, the first night of feeds, as soon as feeds went on, I'd go in there and talk to them and be like, hey, how's everybody doing? How you guys been? How's life? All this stuff. And some of them, like, we didn't keep in touch via social media and stuff. So those people I just lost forever. Like, I'll never be able to might be able to find me because they can look for me online. They know I was on YouTube. They used to know I was on RHAP, all that stuff. But we used to use code words too, like to prove that I was me in the chat, that I wasn't some just guy saying, hey, I'm this guy on RHAP. So I would have to use the code word that they gave me during my time on the podcast with Taryn and like casually bring that in at like the beginning of the podcast. So it'd be like coffee or something like that. I'd be like, oh, I got my fresh cup of coffee ready to talk about live feed. So that way they knew it was me. So it was funny, man. Those were the days. The chat for live feed coverage, man. It's just not, the fact that they took that away is honestly so sad. Amy said he probably has the ability to screen record that too. Well, a lot of times too, I don't know how some people get away with it, because on Paramount Plus, it's hard to, even if you try to use secondary software to screen record, it blocks it out. It'll make the screen go black. So I'm not sure how some people get away with it, but I'm probably just, I don't really look for it that often just to get little clips and stuff. But if anything, I just pull it from social media, but people probably know a workaround that I'm just not privy to. Yeah, the group chats were awesome, but I was on mobile, so I really didn't get to utilize it. I was able to rewind on mobile for a while, but that they eventually switched it to Paramount Plus app only and took that away. But I didn't realize computer users couldn't utilize those features. No, they're done. They are done. Okay, I just Googled it. Big Brother permanently removed the ability for fans to pause and rewind the stream live feeds on July 15th, 2024, just ahead of season 26. Yeah, okay. So we're both in the ballpark. I thought it was around 26 because I was like, is it last year or was it the year before? I knew it was relatively recently. We got a rabbit on the feeds. Once again, we're back to the rabbits. Come on, turn these feeds on so we can talk about it, so we can see who is the new HOH. Did anything happen in the house today? Because like I said, I wasn't able to watch the feeds earlier. Anything big happen, or was it pretty much just yada yada until they could all inevitably get rid of Ashley? Is it Rancho Cucamonga Animal Shelter? Rancho Coastal Humane Society is what it says on here. Thanks, KLB. And you're correct about the chat feature. Paramount Plus officially removed the live feeds chat feature in July 2025, ahead of the show's 27th season. Yeah. See, like, yeah, I thought so. I thought it was last year. So Rewind was first, and then they realized, okay, the chat is toxic. Don't get me wrong, there was toxic people in those chats for sure, but it's no different than social media. It's no different than Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group, Reddit. Like, it's no different than that. So, like, obviously they can't control those platforms. They can control their own, but it sucks because it's just a different experience being able to be in the chat and talking to other people, like-minded people, while watching the feeds in the one platform. And like they had different chat rooms, like, you know, and you could make your own chat room with your friends, whatever. Like, it was good times back in those days, man. Okay, so it says, so is that in Rancho Cucamonga? Oh, it literally just disappeared right when I read that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that's located. I meant to say I was able to utilize on my phone browser signing into Paramount Plus website, and then they eventually took me straight to the app. There was no bypassing it. Yeah, I mean, once they went to app only, it was a whole different ball game. Another reason why BB27 is the worst season. I didn't mind Big Brother 27. I couldn't stand Big Brother 25, even though I love Suri. I just the way it all played out with Jag just winning everything down the stretch, it just got so boring. To me, I know this is a hot take. And some of you might not know this because maybe you weren't around back then. BB Canada 3 is one of the worst seasons of all times. I couldn't even finish it. That and All Stars in 2020. What was that, 21? What was that? Big Brother 2021? 22? 22, I think. Yeah, both of those seasons, man, I just could not finish them. They're too. I was even podcasting about All Stars 2, and it was just brutal. It was brutal because, like, everyone was just playing for Cody to win. And Big Brother Canada 3 just seemed like they were doing everything in their power to make it so a certain someone would win the game. Just pull this up real quick, guys. I'm going to read your guys' chats right now. Give me 1 second. right. Had to make sure my wife was home because I heard the garage door go up. So I'm assuming that's my wife. Another reason. Okay. I mean, it was toxic and sorry. I mean, it was toxic and there was definitely the cool kids chat group. Oh yeah, 100%. But that's it. Kiddo woke up. Luckily, my wife was home, so that's good. But yeah, no, I mean, there was definitely the cool kids. There was all of that. It's all drama. Us fans, we ruined it for ourselves, but also, I mean, it was a thing for years. Like, it's not like it was anything different than any other the years. But you could also create your own group for your own friends or the podcast that you followed, etc. Exactly. And that's what was the most fun, was that you had your people essentially, right? And even then, like, you'd have people that were haters, keyboard warriors, but at least you felt like there was somewhat of a community, where now the community feels like it just feels different. Does it not? Like, it feels like there's like the content creators, the podcasters, the YouTubers, the social media people, what have you. And then there's just people in those chats, right? Like, there's people in the like comment section. There's people, like reacting to an Instagram post, what have you. And there is communities amongst those people, but it just feels different. It doesn't feel the same as it did back when you were able to chat, and there's not really like a thing you're chatting about the show. You're chatting about the live feeds. You're chatting about what's going on right then, opposed to chatting in a comment section of someone relaying information to people. You know what I mean? It's just different. I couldn't finish 27. I hear you. I get it. I know it wasn't for everyone. It was 2020. Yeah, 2020 Cody. Yeah, for sure. Hi, it's me, the girl in the chat. Well, you know what I'm saying, though, guys, right? Like, yes, we have our community. We have our people here. Absolutely. But it was just different, right? Because it's not like here you guys are talking to me. You're talking to each other, but you're also talking to me here on screen. Back then, it was just everybody's on the same level. Like, we're all just watching live feeds. Not to say I'm not on the same level as you guys, but obviously it's a platform here, right? Like, this is a platform for my content, which is not, that's not the feel that you got when you were in the live feeds chat, right? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It was just different because you were all hidden behind a screen name. So you didn't know anything about anyone, and you're all just talking about the show. Who won HOH? What's up, BB? We don't know yet. We're still at Cats right now. The live feeds have been down the entire time. So we're just sitting here waiting for Ashley. We're just waiting for the feeds to come back up. I'm wondering if they're playing a competition currently or what. I was really hopeful that they would have the feeds on here, but for the competition. But I love it here because we have voices. I mean, that's true. Like, at least you do have voices here. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I read everyone's comments live. I talk to you guys in the chat. I want this to be our community, something that we build, that we can all sit here and chat. It's not just a million comments, even though I would love for there to be a million comments. There was a time last year, I think you guys were here for it, when right after Rachel, lost the White Locust competition, there was like 250 people in the chat, and it was hard. It was hard to keep up with as many comments as I could, but I was like getting to the majority of them, right? Or getting to the ones that I knew were actual questions or what have you. So I hope we can get back to those days one day. But regardless, like, here, this is a community we built that is all of us as a whole talking about the show and doing it together, and not just me basically giving you information. Now, there are podcasts like that we have on the channel, where earlier today we were talking to Portia. Majority of it is us talking amongst ourselves. Portia from Big Brother 13. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we also do take questions from the chat, so we involve you guys as well. But this one, where it's me one-on-one with you guys doing live feed coverage, doing Big Brother watch parties, what have you, it's me talking to you guys, the chat, and just giving information on my own. I get it, but it's not the same. But on your platform, everybody has a voice. I appreciate you. Thank you. I try to make sure everyone has a voice. If this down tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to crash out. Seriously, though, I feel like everyone's on the edge of their seat to figure out who the hell is HOH at this point. Like, give us that information. We need to know. And they better come back up tonight because I'm gonna go live until they do, unless it gets super ridiculous. Let's see here. Jason, I hope only because of the mess it would bring. Oh my God, it would make such a mess. It would make such a mess. I honestly, I worry with Jason. Like, as much as I would love to see it, and I think the drama would be incredible, I do worry because I want to see the Icons and the crossover alliance do well. So I feel like Jason is worst case scenario for that alliance. But I also feel like then, hey, now you guys got to play and you guys got to figure it out. You got to get yourself out of the mess. And I feel like with the Jason HOH, that would bring the most drama, 100%. I wasn't here for it, and I hope to never go back to those days. Did you pick a winner before the season started? Yeah. So B-Bean7, my winner pick was Taylor. Yeah. What happened to that confident Taylor that talked about how she was going to have alliances and then have parachute alliance off of her core? Where the hell has that Taylor been all season? Because that Taylor sold me a bill of goods that she has not completed. Because she completely came into this house being like, I'm going to have my core, but then we're going to have our outside stuff. There are people doing that in house, and it is not Taylor. I get it. She also came from a perspective where she was immediately put on the block. So you kind of, maybe she didn't get to put her best foot forward because of that. But I feel like the Taylor we were given in the preseason interviews is not the same Taylor. So yeah, that was my winner pick. And I was really low on Drew, and now Drew's probably like the highest on my chart, which I love. I love that because he's from where I live in Temecula, California. But man, I was bummed. I was bummed that Taylor wasn't reminding me of the Taylor from what's it, season 24. Also, you don't delete comments from people who have been here a while. LOL. I don't delete comments really at all. The only time I delete comments is when it's something hateful, racist, or mean, or like mean-spirited, or just like dirty talk, whatever it may be. That's the only time I delete comments. Otherwise, this is your guys' platform. I'm just the face behind the camera, hoping you guys are entertained chatting with me and hoping to grow the platform so I can do this more often and have a community. And I don't have a lot of people in my real life that watch this stuff where I live. You guys are my community. These are you guys are the people that I get to sit here, conversate with, talk about the show with, talk about reality television. And yes, I have like my friends, my podcast friends, but they live across the country. So this is my community. This is the people I get to talk with. So that's what I enjoyed most, is having this community for us to all be here and be a part of the chat. And I hope you guys appreciate that too. And all the love you guys give me over the last, 8 years that I've been doing this. It's a lot. It's so grateful for all of it. All right, let's see here. T and Mock 3070, Chuck and Haley final 2. Yeah, that's true. Chuck's got a final 2 of both sides. I found this by spamming Rachel for a AFP all over the internet. Oh, that's so funny. My winner pick was D. It's not a bad pick. It's the way she's sitting right now in this house, it's not bad. I do think she has a bigger target than a lot of the newbies, obviously, but yeah. I can bear it, but why is Jason would be best? I shouldn't wish for Jason. I get it. Like entertainment, Jason. My heart. I don't think Barrett's gonna even really play. He's talking on feeds last night, doing his cam talks to us, saying he doesn't think he's going to win it. He doesn't want to. He's probably gonna throw it. Michelle _H772. What's going on? Hey, y'all coming in late. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining the chat. All right, KLB. Poor Taylor when she dropped all the glasses and BB flicked on the lights. I am shocked. I am shocked that Big Brother didn't have that in the episode tonight. Unless I missed it because I was talking to you guys in the chat. The fact that they haven't had it on the Wednesday episode or the Thursday episode, I was shocked. It's got to happen on Sunday. Like maybe they're just thinking that's a perfect like Sunday little mishap thing because it's really timeless of when it happens. But the fact that they haven't showed it is crazy. Wait, I'm glitching? Is my stream glitching? Yeah, Amy says, yeah, but we're talking about the guy whose opinion I don't value, if you remember. And you know me, I don't say anything mean-spirited. Oh, they switched cameras to a different cat, and then I thought the feeds were back. Damn it, they got me on that one. Moving on, I'll let it go. I just wanted to say that. BB7, Amy, your opinion is always valued here, so thank you for that. In a lot of drafts, a lot of people picked Barrett first because he is a YouTube Big Brother recapper like you. His channel is our reality. Yeah, no, I understand that because he did have a fan base. He did have he knew people in the community. I wasn't knowledgeable about him, but yeah, no, I know a lot of people were into his content, so I can understand obviously why if you're a super fan and you do Big Brother content you have for many, many years, you're gonna have that fan base or people that feel like, hey, that's one of us, you know. So I got the Barrett hype. I just felt with Barrett, who I liked coming in, I still like. There's things that I don't love about his game. I don't love like sometimes like the TV version and the feeds version, or even his cam talk version and what we see him talking to other house guests. It feels like yeah, he's part of the crossover alliance, but he doesn't. He feels like he's 5 of 5 in that alliance, and I feel like for me, it's like I know he's about it, and I know he's definitely about D. We all know that, but like I don't know, just there's something up with Barrett where I'm like, I want more. I don't even know how to explain it. I really don't. I feel like with Barrett, there's just something off with my opinion on him, but I'll be open to seeing more. Let's see here. Well, it was very serendipitous that I found you tonight. I'm glad you did. I'm absolutely glad you did. Bro, glitching you were. Hey, Abby B7, do I know you from Jolene's chat? I know you from somewhere, LOL. Yes. Okay, so there you go. See, we have a lost connection here. I'm waiting for the day that someone comes in and be like, don't I remember you from the Big Brother live feed chat? Then we can have a full circle moment here, guys. Just from the chat rooms, from the watching live feeds on Paramount Plus. You were glitching a bit. I don't know if it's fixed itself yet. Oh, well, hopefully it has. On my screen, it doesn't show me anything. So hopefully it's better now. Last thing I need is an internet issue right when the feeds come back. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. At KLB, she is insufferable to me from the brief time I was spamming Rachel for AFP all over the internet. Would you go on Big Brother since Barrett opened the door for to YouTubers? So I actually I've applied to go on Big Brother. I made it to the semifinals of Big Brother 17, which isn't that far, guys. It's not that far. Trust me. It is not that far. But I basically got to the round of auditions where you're one-on-one with the producer, camera in your face. They ask you questions. They talk to you. You go to a hotel randomly in the middle of nowhere, and they basically one-on-one interview and tape you. And back in the day, absolutely. So it's basically right after. So semifinals are like right after, you go either send in your tape or you go to a live casting call. And I went to a live casting call. They immediately called me that day. Had to fill out like pages and pages and pages of paperwork. And then like 2 days later, I had to meet one-on-one with them. So, and I see all these other people walking in. You're not allowed to talk to anybody. You see like who potential house guests were. I was like, I'm remembering every face in here so that I can say that person was in my casting call or my semifinals, but none of them ended up making it in the house, myself included. I think I wish I would have done better. I wish I could go back in my time capsule and go back to that moment because I feel like it would have changed things. Nowadays, to answer your question, BBB, and I've talked about it before, I don't think I could do Big Brother just because I have a wife and kid. My kid's 5 years old. Like financially, like being away would not for 3 months doesn't make sense. Like I wouldn't be able to pay the bills if I wasn't here. So unless I hit the lottery or something, and my wife was all of a sudden like cool with me being gone for 3 months, Like, I don't think I could do Big Brother. Survivor, on the other hand, I would do in a heartbeat. Other real like Traders, like the Normie edition, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I don't think I could do Big Brother nowadays unless something happened. Unless Fairplay is like, okay, I'm going to fork the bill while you're away because it's good for the content for the show. And my wife was cool with it. That's the only way. Okay, so let's see here. I knew Barrett before I knew Taryn and Rahab. I met him season 14 or 15. I cannot recall. He was recapping when he was in high school. He's incredible. He's not even that famous on his podcast. No, I'm happy for him, man. I love seeing YouTubers or people from the community get their chance on Big Brother because that's a dream. I'd rather have, 8 Barretts in the house opposed to people they just found on the street that haven't eaten a burger in their life. Yeah, good point. They did not play Taylor tonight, dropping those glasses, and they didn't have any goodbyes for Ashley from the other house. It's because it took 20 minutes to get through every single person's vote and shout out to their family and friends. The first vote, unless it's like a surprise, it is awful to get through. Awful. Just sitting there and listening to every single one of them break it all down and be like, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, family, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then just get their vote in, and it's like, okay, we already know what's going to happen. Let's just get through this. Yes, your comments are accurate. I have been watching his channel for years too. I was shocked when I saw his name as a house guest. How far is semifinals? I read that. Can you remind us how the App Store worked in BB20? Oh man. Okay. You got to understand. My memory, especially even though I'm a super fan and been following this for many years and podcasting for many years, my memory, I'm like a goldfish. Like once the season's done, I kind of forget everything. Even like when we get like halfway through, like, how at the end of the season, they have the competition where you have to be like, this happened, what happened on this day? Like which competition or who said this on this day during like the final 3 on Big Brother? I would be god awful at that because I remember all the big things. Any little details like that, like I remember I was sitting next to not to name pull, but whatever. I was at a Big Brother live show. It was a Big Brother 19 finale. You can see me in the background. You can see me in the crowd behind Paul's dad, by the way, which is pretty funny. But I was literally sitting right next to Frankie Grande, Nicole, Victor, Mr. Spectacular, and I was talking to them. And Frankie Grande turns over to me. He's like, hey, so who won the most competitions this season? I was like, I know I'm a super fan that literally waited outside of CBS studios for 8 hours with no phone just to be one of 3 people picked to come in here. But I'm not that big of a super fan. My memory does not happen. It would not happen. So the App Store competition, how that worked, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. I was also there in the crowd too when Caitlyn couldn't do her puzzle. And the hype guy was like, oh, don't worry, she's going to get the puzzle done. Like, we know someone's coming back in the house tonight. Like, we tested it. There's no way whoever goes out isn't going to like finish it. They were shocked. To say production was scrambling when she didn't finish that was wild. Allison Grotner losing her mind. It was so funny. It was so funny to watch. They were like, you could just tell the look on their face, like, I can't believe Caitlyn didn't finish this puzzle. Do the house guests know Barrett is a BB recapper? How could I have missed that? I don't think so. Maybe I missed that, but I don't think he's said that information, nor do I think he should, because you don't want to give him any kind of ammunition against them. XXL, do not think they know yet. Yeah, I don't think so either. I have such high hopes for him. I don't know. KLB, I think I think maybe he has kept it to himself thus far. He's smart enough to know to keep it to himself, I would think. Yeah, I think so too. I'm eating a cheeseburger right now. Days comps are so easy. I know it might be different if I were in the house and like that's all I know, and I'd probably be willing to take I'd be sitting there thinking, okay, I got to remember this, I got to remember this, I remember this. But like, it's like the little details, like did they say this or did they say that, or when did this happen? And it's like something minuscule or like very strange, like not just hey, so-and-so won HOH on what day? Like when it's like the minuscule things, no, my brain would be like, shit. Me at swimming in my dad's Okay, I'm not going to read that one, but instead of being a comp beast in BB4, there you go. Frankie Grande was on the season that Derek L won. My memory sucks too. Yes, he was on Big Brother 16 with Derek Levasseur. Oh, really? You were there? Caitlyn failing that puzzle is an iconic moment in Big Brother history. Yeah, I remember as soon as I got back to my car, you're not allowed to have your phone. I've gone to 3 tapings. I think it's 3. It's either 3 or 4. I think it's 3. And the 3 that I went to were Caitlyn with the puzzle. Oh my God, what's his name? Big Brother 17, big wrestler dude. Austin. I was there when he got voted out with his shoes off and everything and was blindsided. And I got in by the skin of my teeth to the Big Brother 19 finale, which was insane. I was like, I'm going to get in. Judas. Yeah. Thank you. And funny story. I actually even used Frankie Grande and Nicole and them to help kind of sneak me into the after party underneath the BB studio. I guess you would say the BB house. So it's kind of crazy, right? So it's obviously a big lot at CBS, right? And you walk and you have to walk through, like, you know, where they had the competition on BB28 where like they had the haunted house thing. Like you walk through that area because they use that for obviously filming for other shows and stuff. But you literally walk down that street to get to the studio. And it's not that far, obviously, because we've seen people like screaming over the edge and trying to let people like house ghosts know things and stuff. But you go in there and the studio is much smaller in person than what it looks like on screen. Obviously, it always is. But what I didn't know is when I left there, because there's only like 20 chairs in there, it's very small. You walk out, you go to the side, and they took us underground, like underneath it, to the after party, which was like a little basement that was like kind of set up for like lounging and stuff like that. But when you're walking down there, if you look to the side, like there's people working out. There's like literally like the crew members working out, like a gym to the side with a window. You could see that. You saw like production stuff. Still don't know how I snuck in past security, but they just thought, because there was only 3 of us that were just like normal people that got like lucky enough to get into the actual showing. Like there was 30 people, maybe even more than that, 40, 50 people waiting to get in to be like being able to sit in the crowd for the Big Brother 19 finale. But there's the VIPs that were invited guests that get in, and the only way they pick from the fans that got randomly selected from one of those get tickets to watch the show is if someone doesn't show up or someone cancels and can't make it, then say, okay, we had 5 people not show up, so 5 of you guys get to go, and it's the first 5 in order. So I knew that. So I literally went and camped out for like 8 hours in front of the security guard at Paramount and CBS to get in. And because I knew that information, they thought I was crazy. And I am crazy. That is a crazy thing to do. No phone, because I knew I couldn't have my phone on me, just standing there on the sidewalk waiting for them to open the gates. And I knew I had to park off the street, because if you try to park in the parking garage, it's going to take you longer to get down and you won't be one of the first ones. Yeah, I'm psycho. So I got in, and only 3 people, and there was the girls behind me. There was 4 of them, and they only let me and 2 of them go in. They gave it to the 2 girls that were like super fans, and the other 2 were just like friends there with them that didn't really care. So they went and did something else while the 2 girls and myself got picked to go in the crowd. And then what happened? So yeah, so you go downstairs, and there was like a whole after party, and the cast was going to join, and like production was down there. Former house guests were down there. And then just the VIP guests, but like they didn't check everyone, because they assumed, hey, everyone that's going down here was a VIP guest invited to this party, not thinking, oh, there's 3 randoms that just happened to be there. So the 2 girls that were like the random people like myself that were there, they left. They didn't think to go to the after party, so I just snuck in by myself. And what was cool was, I wonder if I have it on here. Let me see if I can find it. So there was this girl that was there that had like a medical problem, so she had to have her phone, because you're not allowed to have your phones at all. They like you can't even bring it in, right? They check you and everything. But she was, for some reason, like a VIP guest that was allowed to have it because she had medical issues. And so I was so grateful she had it, because she was actually able to take picture of me and Frankie and Nicole and all of them, and sent and texted to me so that I had that. So let me see. I'm gonna see if I have it here on my computer that I can show you guys, because this was years ago. What Big Brother 19 was? Ooh, was it 2017? How do I find that? So library. Okay, years. So 2017, I want to say, correct? Yeah. It's Allie, watch this thing. What's up? What's up, Allie? So 2017. Let me pull up my pictures. The problem is, so the finale would have been probably around. Yeah, feeds are still off. Feeds are still off. We are waiting. We're just chatting, talking about my experience on the live show. So I want to make sure I get the right photo here. So let's see here. So that would have been around June. No, not June. September. So let's go to August or September, somewhere in there. And let's see if I can find it, because I definitely have that picture somewhere. I know I saved it. September 2017. So we're at, now we're in November. Okay, so September 2017. And once I pull it up, then I can show you guys. Sorry. I hope I have it on here. I hope I didn't lose it to history. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it on here. Yeah, because now I'm in July. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on here. Sorry, I know this is kind of boring, but I'm just trying to find it for the people here. Wait a second. I have it somewhere saved away, but I would just have to find it. August. Yeah, this is when we were in Vegas. This was like right when my wife and I had just started dating. So it's funny seeing these pictures. Yeah, me and my brother at a football game. That would have been already happened. So I'll find it. Oh, feeds are back. Feeds are back. Feeds are back. Who cares? All right. Who cares about the picture? Okay. Here we go. I'll try to find it, guys, though, and eventually show you guys on the stream one of these times. It's somewhere on my phone. Oh wait. Okay. A dude won. Hold on. Who won? Who has it around their Rick HOH? No. Wow. All right, Rick HOH. I missed it. Guys. All right. I'm gonna switch to Haley and Barrett talking. All right, let me go back. Wow, I'm shocked Devins won. I thought it'd be a long shot for Devins to win. All right. Survivors 2 for 2 in HOHs. Wow, exactly. All right, let's go to camera 1. All right, I'm watching camera 1 live with you guys right here. Just in, breaking news. Feeds are back. Rick Devins, week 2 HOH. Okay, Devins. Hold on. Devins is talking to Barrett. Oh, okay. Barrett, he was talking to Barrett about going up on the block as a pawn, and he's like, "Shut up!" And he's like, "I know, we're just joking." Scared me for a second. I was like, "Is he really going to put Barrett up as a pawn? That's so stupid." Yeah, Jason backdoor, I feel like is imminent. All right. Okay, so Devins is saying he doesn't want to put anyone right back up. So Yosh, Taylor, maybe even Mallory might be safe this week. Sincere, I won't spoil anything, but I won money on Kalshi today betting on the first evictee, and I feel so happy I watched the show enough to guess who would lose Blockbuster and not have the votes at all. Damn it, I didn't think to do that. Damn it. Michelle, no worries. We'll see you. Just come back and join us. We'll be live here chatting, talking about the live feeds talking about everything we find out here on stream. Yeah, I think Jason's in trouble. I think Jason's in real trouble. Devins is HOH, guys. Devins is HOH. Kalshi on Survivor's insider trading, 100%. 100%. Anyone can look up the boot order. It's crazy to me. All right. I'm switching cameras real quick because this one's just Lala washing her hands. So it looks like it was like cowboy themed, something to that extent. Barrett is safe. Yeah, we kind of knew that. That means all of our crossover people are safe. Big W for Devins, 1 over Haley. Ooh. What's up, Bruins? Welcome to joining. So he won it over Haley. Well, now Devins can go to sleep early. He doesn't need to stay up all night. Red corner is safe too. I would assume so. Unless he wants to make a crazy move. I'm going to assume the possible nominees being Jason, Rome, Melody. That would be my thought process at the moment. But there's still a lot that could happen. Devin telling Angela this was the best thing that could ever happen to you. Nom's Rome, Lyric, Melody with Jason as a renom. Yeah, I could see that too. Well, unless he just puts Jason up right away. We got some line dancing going on. We know D loves her country music. I like Devins, but dare I say I don't want a steamroll crossovers or red corner, and I'm hoping Rome side gets some power. Absolutely, I agree with you. I was actually kind of here for a Jason HOH just to see the messiness, or an Angela HOH. If it was going to be the crossover alliance, I was hoping it would be Angela. Which one is Melody? She's Timu Catherine? Yes, Timu Catherine. Well, thank God it wasn't Haley. Yeah. I think Haley would have been a mess of an HOH. People are going to be disappointed Devins won, but I'm happy about it. I'm happy that we're getting him at least another week, especially if he's the one picked by America and he gets a punishment. It could protect him. We lost Timu Ashley. Exactly. I don't know if that was Timu Ashley though. It's just Ashley. I guess you can say by name. Okay, we got Rome and Devins talking in Store's room. Oh, he pulled the same joke he did on Barrett, where he's like, "Would you go up as a pawn?" Oh, I'm just messing with you. Camera, what are you doing? Camera's going to the side and not showing us. What are they doing here? That camera is wigging out. Okay, he told Rome that he's set, but do we believe it? Let's see here. Chat says, "Oh, we're back to cats on our screen, so I'm gonna mute for a second." But I will say, I think Melody might have more of a long-term impact than Catherine did on the game because Catherine did nothing. Yeah, and plus the fact that she's close to Drew, I think that parachute alliance is important to the crossovers for now. That's something that they can use in their back pocket. I'm not upset. Do people not like Devins? No, but I think it's kind of like what Sincere said, where people like Devins and people are happy that these survivors are playing, but we don't want to see it be a complete one-sided affair, essentially, right? Kamu is Timu Keanu. Rome is Timu Riley. Yes. I think Riley is Timu Rome, to be honest with you. Haha, keep knocking them out. Timu Keanu. If you guys watch Outlast the Jungle, we were calling Braxton Timu Johnny Fairplay. Lyric is Timu Lauren, but Lauren is from the best state in the country. Angela is Timu Angela. It's great. It's great. It is really just wash and repeat of these players from past casting choices. Lyric is more controversial than Lauren. Yeah, but you on the live feeds, you can hear them exactly the same. They do not talk loud at all. Who would Haley be? I have no idea. I'm trying to think who Timu Haley would be. I really didn't like Lauren. She was like on half speed. Yeah, it was bad. It was definitely half speed. Lyric reminds me of Caitlyn from Big Brother 20, actually, and annoying. Yes, absolutely. Trying to who is Barrett Timu of? I feel like who oh god, what's the guy that won? Oh my god, the live feeds. Who is the guy that I'm totally blanking on right now that won like every single competition on Big Brother 23? Has like the most competition wins. Wow. What is his name? That's who Barrett reminds me of the Timu version of. What is his name? His last name was like Michael. Yes, Michael. Okay, Michael from 24. Yes. Does Barrett not remind you of like a less good at competition team, Michael? Like a super fan who's tall, lengthy. That's my Timu for him. Sincere says Haley reminds me of Amanda from Big Brother 15. A little her look, like don't mess with her. She's a little cocky. Yeah, I could get that vibe for sure. For sure. Barrett equals Michael and Joseph had a baby. I don't know if I'm seeing the Joseph. I would say because it's got to be someone that's also not very good at competitions or like over. Oh, are you that Joseph? I think you're talking about Joseph from that season. Are you talking about Joseph, the one that jerked it when he was in solitary confinement? Yeah, the Joseph from Angela season with the lopsided mustache. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one for sure. Like a mixture of Michael and that Joseph, 100%. Excuse me. Barrett is not Christian, if that's what you're saying, and I'm thinking that's the wrong season anyway. Hello. Joseph Rodriguez, you mean Timu Will Kirby? Michael, yes, there we go. Christian was a different season. Yeah, Christian was a different season. Actually, Christian for like similar, I guess, looks, aesthetic wise, that would make sense as well too. What was the super nerd from Big Brother over OTT? He was like the Timu version of Steve from Big Brother 17. The Virgin King. What the hell was his name? But yeah, he was the Timu Steve Moses, 100%. Yeah, but they don't look alike. But I guess they both are tall and lanky. You guys are killing me. Because they do. It's just like wash and repeat of all these casts. They need to get a fat, like almost 40-year-old guy with glasses and a beard in the house, and then I have a real chance of getting cast for Big Brother 37. Then call an ambulance. The lawyer. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think who else. Because now the feeds are down again. Just come back and they're talking, and of course feeds go down. I'm refreshing just in case feeds down for you guys. We're not even getting dogs right now. I'm just getting the Big Brother symbol. Let's see here. Who else is there that would be a Temu version of a player? I'm going to say okay. Just because it's I'm going to say is Lala like a Temu Jocasta? Like the older woman in the house and just like is like friendly with everyone but not really like has like one alliance and that's it. Bobby, you would be a Temu Adam Pock, but not a hardcore floater. How dare you? Humane. Okay, you know what? This I might have to delete a comment. I might have to delete a comment for the first time in a long time, guys. Who haven't we talked about? Yeah, that's for real. Who haven't we talked about? Okay, there's got to be a real one-for-one comparison with Kamu. I love Steve. I mean, who? How could you not? Let's see here. It's so early that a lot of these people are Temu now, but they might develop into Amazon. Exactly. I don't think many people liked him like I did. LOL. No, I loved Steve, even though Big Brother 17 at the time, I was like, this guy took my spot. But he was way love Steve, but I feel like I wasn't as dorky. I had the glasses, but that's about it. Maybe I'm too high on myself. I do a Big Brother podcast. He was the better fit for the nerd role. Jocasta, that's a deep cut. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Ashley was Temu Rachel Riley. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one. That's actually a pretty good one. Like they they killed off Rachel because they thought they had the new and improved Rachel, and she's out first. Adam Pock is a Cowboys fan from New Jersey, so he's a fan of an out-of-state team like you two. Well, here's the thing, though. He was also like what, a convicted felon for like drugs and stuff, and was like clearly detoxing while on the show. Like, not to. Hey, I know he got his life around now. He has turned around, so I'm happy for him. But oh no, that's I'm thinking Adam Jasinski or whatever. Adam Pock. Okay, the Baconator. You're calling me the bacon guy? How dare you? Okay, you mean I'm looking to you in the camera right now? How dare you? Okay, I'd rather be I'd rather be the Temu drug addict in the house. That Adam, like, what the hell? The Tory spelling loving bacon eater. How dare you? All right, if you guys are just now joining us, Rick Devins is the new HOH, basically telling everyone that they're safe. But hey, I might use you as a pawn. I'm just kidding, which I always feel is dangerous. Steve was Ian. Yeah, I agree with that. Who was Jocasta? Jocasta was on Big Brother 16. She had the bow tie. She just like never did anything. You're a humane LOL, but Steve actually deserved his win 100%. Both bartenders give me a drink. Righteous. Shots fired. Now that's a different Adam. Yeah, I'm figuring that out now. I'm talking about Adam Big Brother 13. Temu Jace. He looked the part though. Taylor is Temu Taylor. That's what I was hoping she would be. I was hoping she'd be Temu Taylor. On the block real early, beautiful black queen. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. I was getting those vibes. I don't know if I'm feeling it now. I said you wouldn't float so hard, you would have a life fetish. All right. No, I meant who was the Temu Jocasta? Oh, I was saying Lala. Latrice is the Temu Jocasta. It's not just because she's the older lady in the house. It's because she's the older lady in the house, but very similar style of gameplay where you have like one alliance that's small and like you're good with everybody. You're not really like playing the game hard. 100%. Let's see here. Other comparisons. You know, I think I'm more of like a Temu Mr. Spectacular. As long as I'm not like I'm not a Timu. Let's see. Here's someone. Devin. Let's see here. No, I meant. Let's see here. It's the energy and the vibe, especially. Yeah. Was big. Was Big Brother 10 Jerry just a Timu before Jack? I'm waiting. I was waiting for Humane to say that I was the Timu Jerry because I'd be the old man in the house now. Monty is Timu Chuck. I think Chuck is like Timu Harold. Is that his name? Yeah, Harold from Big Brother 15. Like he gives you the same vibe, like just the same vibe of like strong guy, muscular, but also like kind of chill. Like if Harold had like an actual chance in that game, like and didn't play with a bunch of racist people and bigots, I feel like he could have actually done pretty well. Like get Harold back on the show. I think Harold deserves a second shot. Jesse, no chance. Timu Spectacular. It was a joke, guys. I can't think. Somebody help. I'm blanking on Jack. Jack was Big Brother 2 or 4. No, 3. I think Jack was Big Brother 3. Wasn't he? He was the old guy in the house. Jerry living his best life in his mid 90s. I know he's got to be up there, right? He's got to be up there. Are you sure it was 4? 4 was all like the lovers, like the former people that were dating and stuff. Are we sure? I could be wrong. Alyssa was Timu Rachel. That's for sure. 100% a thing. Jerry, the guy who screamed Judas at Dan. Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive. He's still kicking. I mean, for all I know. But yeah, he's out there. Y'all did my man Jerry dirty. He's not Jack. I mean, Jerry's a legend. Jerry's a legend for sure. For sure. Oh, Mallory is Timu Kelly, 1,000%. But I said that she's like a mixture of Kelly and Ava from last season. Like I think she's like very much so a mix of the two. We lost a lot of people when we were doing those Timu comments. A lot of people left the chat, but we're guys. We got nothing on the screen right now. We're waiting for the feeds to come back up. So bear with us. Bear with us. We're live. We're here talking. We're having some fun in the chat while we wait. I'm going back to the 4 camera angle just to see if something pops up. All right. Nope. Feeds are still down. Not even cats. So maybe we're the down right now. At least they were down the whole night. So that's good. Jerry for Big Brother 29. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. He made. If it was 4, that's not Jerry at all. I don't think so. No, I thought we were talking Jerry from like season 3. Jag is Timu Chris Underwood. No shot. No shot. I mean, he was horrible at the game, but they dragged him along and he was very entertaining. Yeah. He won the final 4 HOH? See, I told you my memory's not the greatest, but I think he won the final 4 HOH, and that really put a screw into the plans for Dan and them, but he's able to pull it out. Timu Catherine started this all. It's true. I'll come back, everyone. This is hilarious. Yeah, we went from 30, which isn't anything, but we had 30 people in here when the feeds came back to just drop down to 10 because we were doing all the Timu. But we're waiting for the feeds to come back, guys. What do you want us to do? We're entertaining ourselves doing Timu comparisons. So we're here. We're having a good time. We're chatting. If you guys want, tell us who is your Timu comparisons to former house guests. We'd love to hear it. We're having a good time while we wait. If you guys are new, Devin's just won HOH, beating out who did he beat out? Oh my God, Timu. I'm thinking all these Timu names now, guys. You got me all screwed up. Haley. He beat out Haley. And so if you guys are also new here, you guys can follow us, twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby. You want to follow me on Twitch, at After Show on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a follow, hit that sub button, hit the bell notification so you're notified when I go live. We have fun here in the chat. The chat is flowing tonight. We're talking, having a good time. Hope you guys are having a good time with us. Also, at Goodsby Bobby on Instagram and X/Twitter if you want to check me out on my social media handles. Like I said, Portia from Big Brother 13 joined us earlier. We talked with me, myself, Lauren Pratt, Philip Solomon from Dondi season 2, and Portia talking all about this season, this first week, and our thoughts on the cast and all that. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check it out at after show and look for the Big Brother feed, and you'll find it on there. Portia's on the thumbnail. All right, so let's see here. I'm joking because they both got voted out and won. Absolutely sincere. Timu, Kelly, haha. Jerry won final 5 HOH. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, I understand. LOL, looking for similarity. Sincere says, I think he's saying Jag is Timu Chris Ender because they both got eliminated, came back, and their win is questionable, and because they won out essentially on everything they could possibly do to win the game. Matt Hardman is Timu Crazy Eyes. Yeah. Now we're just reaching humane, LOL. Lala for me is Timu Mama Felicia. I can see that. Felicia, excuse me. I loved Matt, haha. Portia is Timu Janelle. Well, yeah, a version of it. Yash is Timu Jag. We'll see. Yash won tonight. Let's see if he can win a million competitions. But yeah, I can see that too. I think Jag was a little more well insulated. I'm trying to think of any other comparisons. Lyric kind of reminds me of like a Timu America from that season. But even then, I feel like America was at least more like, I don't know. We'll see. More, I feel like she was more competition savvy, but we'll still see. It's so early in the season. Jag was lucky, let's be honest. He was voted out, so he should have never come back. So we're waiting for the feeds to come back. Feeds are down at the moment. We know that Rick Devens is the new HOH. If you guys are joining us, we're going to be talking all about the feeds, talking about the episodes, what we expect Rick Devens to do. Hopefully we get some talk with him and the others about his thoughts on the season. We are 2 hours in. Feeds just came back for a momentary moment. But we are just waiting. Hopefully they'll be back soon. It seems like they're having trouble with the camera. The camera was like totally going to the wall. So I don't know what was going on there. So comment with us in the comment section. Let us know. I'm still trying to find that picture that I told you guys I would find. It's got to be here somewhere. I wonder if I can look it up by location. Because maybe I just didn't save it to my phone till like save it to my pictures later because it was in a text. I will if I look under my pictures and look up Big Brother, it's probably going to give me a ton of other stuff. I don't even know how I would search that, to be honest with you guys. How do I search Big Brother in my pictures, my million pictures on here, and it shows pictures of my daughter? Like that's, I obviously have Big Brother too much on my mind. I'm gonna try to do it by location and see if that'll work too. All right, let's see here. Jag was lucky. Let's be honest. He was voted out and he should have never came back. Oh, you're right. I can't believe America Lopez gets to hand out powers this season. You're so stupid, you man. Sincere says, I can't put my finger on it, but Lyric is doing too much and not doing enough at the same time. 1000%. That's exactly how I feel. Like there's something that like about her where I don't know what it is, but like she's there, but I also feel like she's not really there. It's weird. Chuck is Timu Jared. And anytime I see her on my feeds, I'm switching to a different feed because it's usually just her and Rome cuddling in the bunk bed and it drives me nuts. Got another week of that ahead of us. Chuck is Timu Jared. Which Jared? Why am I blanking? America was definitely more game savvy. Jared is Timu Suri. Oh, that Jared. Gotcha. I don't know if I see that comparison. I don't know. I mean, I guess. No, he's only half Suri. Sincere, that's giving him way too much credit. He will never be 1/20th of the player his mother was, but that made me giggle. Honestly, I seriously feel like Jared should have gone on Survivor instead of Big Brother. That was absolutely the wrong choice for him on like of shows to go on. I thought it 100% should have been him going on Survivor. I feel like they would have had him on at some point, and now with how like it played out with Big Brother, I don't know if they will. I really don't know. Or I thought like him and Sari on Amazing Race would eventually happen. For sure. Okay, I'm gonna look up like location and see if I can find it that way. Just because we're waiting here, we're waiting for the feeds to come back. If you guys are just joining, so let's see. All right, let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. All right, I'm gonna assume Big Brother would have been around here because that is in not West Hollywood. It's all right. Sorry, chat. People are dying right now. There's I'm losing a lot of viewers, but I'm trying to find this picture because we got time to kill while we wait for feeds to come back on. Sorry for the audio only listeners, but I'm trying here. I'm trying. Someone help me out. So Studio City would be where it would be, right? So where in the hell is Studio City on here? No, that's too far south. All right, so I'm trying to find the picture of me on the lot at Big Brother. If it's even still here, man, that was years ago. I would think it would be, though. All right, there's West Hollywood. Beverly Hills. Let's read some more of you guys' comments here. Jared played in Cerie's shadow, and Danielle played in Dick's shadow. I don't think Danielle really played in Dick's shadow, like to an extent, just as far as how loud he was. But like she was her own character, where I feel like Jared was just always going to be in his mom's shadow, no matter what. Because at least Dick and Danielle, their first season was together, right? So it's a little different. Amy says maybe he would have done better there, but his mother should not have been in the equation. D plus Rick equals Dick. His mother would mop the floor with him. Strategy wise, she should have never had to play with her son. She would have won otherwise. I do agree. I think like she would have been a much better spot if her son wasn't there. I really do agree with that. Okay. I'm looking just another little bit. If we don't find it, we don't find it. I'll try to look it up and show it to you guys another time because it's got to be here. And I don't know why I'm having the hardest time right now finding Studio City. So we'll come back to it. All right. So, yep, Cirie would never be dumb enough to get in a showmance, 1,000%. Maybe because Cerie's married. That's another good point. Vince is Timu Quinn. Ooh, I don't know about that. I feel like Vince is like Timu Paul, but like I really think Vince is just Timu Paul. Let's be real. Like Vince is Timu Paul for sure. Like everything about him. Intel Secrets, he was so lucky. Actually, when I was at the RHAP event in March, I was talking to Paul and Morgan, and it was just giving me such Morgan and Vince vibes. It was crazy. I was like, and because they were chatting, and then I came to talk to both of them, and like to see Paul and Morgan there, and I was just like, God, this feels like Vince and Morgan all over again. It's weird. Intel Secrets, he was so lucky that Blue didn't say anything. Either way, she didn't have a chance in winning because she had to put out Jared's fires every time she turned around. Oh, God, time and time again. It was brutal. It was brutal. I text too much. I'm sorry, chat. I have too many opinions. No, we love it. Please talk more because it gives me something to react to. Please, I love the comments. You guys can never do too much comments. Corey's team Zach. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. I knew that one was coming. No, Zach, his brother that played on Survivor. I think the season with Jared was one of the most boring in recent seasons. 1,000%. 1,000% agree. Amy, Zach from Survivor. Vince and Quinn have the simp factor. They do, but I feel like Quinn was more goofy, where Vince tried to be goofy, but it came off as like inauthentic. I don't know. I feel like Quinn was just Quinn. Like Quinn reminds me like of a mixture of McCrae Hmm. He reminds me of a mixture of like McRae and, I mean, for a lack of a better term, like the confessionals of like Paul, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that Quinn was Paul, but yeah, I could see. I don't know. He gave me McRae vibes all season. I don't know why. Which season he made? 42. But Paul's not a pussy. It's true. It's very true. Ashley is Timu Hannah. Hannah Chata. Mm, kind of. I could see it. I could see it. Paul has bad energy. Yeah, I don't know. I always was like, I never hated Paul like other people did. Um, I thought he should have won. Well, he should have won 19. Let's be real. Like he did wipe the floor with those people, but it was fun seeing his get his comeuppance. I still think that for Big Brother 18, I do think that um oh my god, Whiny, what's her name? Jesus. Victor and Nicole. I do feel like Nicole deserved the win over Paul, but I think it was probably closer. I thought his better game was on 18 opposed to 19. But 19's cast was just so bad that I felt like he definitely deserved the win on 19. Like I think Josh is one of the worst winners we've ever had on the show. And I've had Josh on the podcast. I like Josh as a person. But Josh as a winner, it was just the lesser of two evils. Like Christmas with a broken leg would have won over Paul. And like when there's a season where someone's so convincing to everybody in the house that a woman with a broken leg won a running competition, like come on. Big Brother 19 was a joke. I don't remember Zach. I even looked him up and I still can't remember, but he was the first one out. So that's probably why. Oh, feeds are back. Feeds are back. That's it. Quinn is McRae. You're right. Vanessa's team of poker. Yeah. Okay. Wait. We got people talking. Let's see here. All right. So we got Drew talking to Rome, and I didn't. I think it was Melody who just left. Okay. I have to take it off the four screens. It drives me nuts. The echo is just too much. The echo is way too much. And it's definitely glitching out when I'm like refreshing the page. So that's why my stream might be glitching at times. So I got to fix that issue. Back to Timu. I think Catherine looks like Christmas if Christmas was on Xanax and chill pills and spoke slower. True. Vikings are Timu garbage. Humane, another time I'm going to have to mute someone finally on the chat. I didn't dislike Paul until years later when I rewatched, but he absolutely deserved the win against Nicole. Yeah, I think so too. I thought she deserved it, but that was his better game in my opinion. All right. Rome is saying he thinks the girls are in trouble. Let's see. Does he throw Lyric under the bus this week to protect himself? Wait, he's saying that he's saying that Lyric volunteered. I'm assuming for Have Not. He fought from the bottom in 18, and he should have never lost that season. And him losing the next season was his just desserts after what he did to Cody and Jessica. Yeah, very true. Let's see here. It's giving Timu Pauly throwing Zakia under the bus. Yep. 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 That's is he talking about her volunteering to go on the block, or is he talking about her volunteering to do Have Not? You deserve to win on 18. And if we don't like Josh, he deserved 19 as well. Yeah. Well, I just think Josh was like one of the least deserving winners of all time. All right. Drew is just good with everybody. It could backfire on him. Drew saying him and Rome should be locks for house guest choice. Who are they saying is on the bottom right now? Evans? Cody is Timu Hayden. I could see that. Josh watched too much Bad Girls Club and it was cringe for me, who loves that show. The way he was trying to copy Tanisha with the pots and pans, it was giving Timu. Also, basically stealing that from Evil Dick, too. All right. All right. So we got Mallory and Drew now talking in the bathroom about how they hope they get to keep their cowboy outfits, excuse me. I was already done with the Evil Dick, though. A lot of people were. Even though I wasn't privy at the time, because that was the first season I watched, I wasn't privy at the time of like how bad Dick was being on the feeds and stuff. Like just watching him strictly through the show, because I was new. I was watching through the show only. Um, I was like happy he was there for the entertainment, but I was Team Eric Stein the whole way. Cowboys irrelevant in the mid-90s. All right, now I got to go back to the okay. So cams are down again. Here we go. All right, if you guys are just now joining us, Devins is the new HOH of the house. Who will he nominate? We've seen him. We've kind of suspected here in the chat that we're thinking that most likely Devins will probably put up some combination of melody, lyric, possibly Rome, even though it seems like that might not happen. I could see it happening at some point, and we honestly think possible, backdoor, even though there is the blockbuster, would potentially be Jason. I think Jason's a dead man walking right now. I really do. Oh my god, Eric should have won the that he was completely robbed. Yeah, I completely agree. Like him having to do America's Player was like the biggest travesty for that kind of player ever. Just completely not advantageous for that person ever. BB27 is Timu BB11. Big Brother 15 is Timu Survivor 39. He's talking about the football teams, the Falcons and my Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, I'm a huge Vikings fan, as you guys know. So he's talking about football. So don't listen to Humane. Humane's always talking sports, football with me. I'm Norwegian, so I know what Vikings are, but I don't know what you're referencing. So yeah, the Minnesota Vikings, the football team, and the Atlanta Falcons, the football team, is what he's referencing. I think with reality TV coverage, there's not a huge crossover with sports. All right, feeds are down again. Now we wait. Hopefully, not a super long time. Get some water. My voice is already cracking. Been live for 2.5 hours here, guys, talking with you guys. Please join the chat if you would like. We'd love it. No, you're good. I'm not saying you have to be into sports, but I have noticed when the sports references are made, not a lot of people are up on the sports stuff. Big Brother 15 and Survivor 39, because why? One was bullying and one was, stuff I don't know what I can say. Exactly. Well, just they were both seasons where we're just like, we want to forget those things happened because that sucked. And that was not what we watch reality television for. Is Luke Valentine, Timu, Aaron Grease? Kind of. And I'll be dead tomorrow for work. Yeah. Hey, you were like gone like an hour and a half ago. I'm happy you're still here, but I feel for you tomorrow. Except Aaron Grease won 4 HOHs, low key underrated. Yeah. She did win 4 HOHs, but that doesn't take away from everything about that season. Hot take. Scorching hot takes sincere. BB4 Scott is Timu. BB2 Justin. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Maybe. Justin was a mess. Aaron was great at the game, but shit for a person. Exactly. Well, it's socially, like, as far as like the gameplay goes, like, I don't know. Like, yes, she was in a decent spot. She did get relatively far. All the other people got taken out before her, but like, she was just so bad socially because of the things she did and said. She's still horrible, yes, but I'm just saying she also played the game. True. Who does she beat in the final 2? Gina Murray. Outside of that, I don't know. Probably. Oh my God, that's my Timu comparison. Oh, what was the guy that got 3rd place? What was his name? That was just always on the block on Big Brother 15. That's possibly my Timu comparison as far as like looks go and aesthetic. The big dude. Oh God, I'm blanking on his name. Spencer. I feel like that could be potentially my Timu comparison. She was able to argue with people like Amanda and Gina Marie and still work with them later. Yeah. Still a trash human being, but Aaron, no, it was Spencer, like the big lumberjack looking dude. I feel like that might be my closest comparison I could see, like aesthetic wise. She probably beats the surfer guy she had a showmance with. Yeah, because he was gone week 1. He was just stupid, man. Oh, he was just dumber than a bag of rocks. That guy was missing his marijuana. Kenny is Timu Derek. Who's Kenny? Aaron could beat possibly Amanda in the final 2. It's possible. I thought Amanda played an underrated game in Big Brother 15. I was talking to Maine, but I can't spell this girl's name right for shit. BB28 quitter. Kenny. I don't even remember who that is. BB28 quitter. Let me see. BB26 Kenny. Oh, Kenny. Gotcha. Who did you say the comparison was? I forgot about him. I had money on him. Which Derek? I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I had to look up the picture to remember who he was. I don't think he had a racist comment. I think he was just the old guy in the house. No, he is not. There's no comparison with Kenny and Big Brother 16, Derek. Absolutely not. All right, feeds are still down. Hoping they come back. Hoping they come back soon so we can continue to talk. I want to get Devin's talking to Dee or Angela and getting the real deal of what he's thinking for this week. Yeah, look him up because you'll be like, no, absolutely not. Big Brother 16, Derek. Oh, Kenny, the one who gave a cop from New England. That's the only comparison. It's the only comparison. Kenny, who one who gave his game away for crazy eyes, or the one who wanted to. Yeah, exactly. Who's like a Temu Vision version, excuse me, of Frenchie. Like Frenchie was kind of his own character. I guess you could say, like, in a way, he was kind of like Frenchie was kind of like Devin from Big Brother 16. Obviously, aesthetic wise, no, but gameplay wise, too hot, too heavy right away. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you said Devin too. So yeah, is that right? Or I'll go to Google. All right. Let's see here. Did we lose KLB and Sincere? You guys still here in the comments? Devin from Big Brother 16. Yeah. Is Matt Hoffman Timu Johnny Fairplay? Similar, like the Big Brother version. The guy that was HOH and put up Riley to go home on Jag season. The guy that put up Riley to go home on Jags, Hassan. Yeah, yes, yeah. Hassan, I can see that comparison. We're down to 7 people in here. Matt revealing his lie in the jury house is so funny. Yeah, it totally backfired. That totally backfired for sure. I don't know. I was trying to think of others, but my brain is kind of going to mush when when thinking that far back. Trying to think of also comparisons to Survivor. Matt, yeah, I read that one. All right, we still got no live feeds. Like they give us like 2 minutes of live feeds and then 10 minutes of down feeds are down. So frustrating. I know that's Big Brother, but still, KLB's still here. Okay, good. Wasn't sure. KLB's still here. Hi, I'm Humane. Yeah, he should have kept that to himself. It was unnecessary. Yeah, I don't know why he did. Obviously, people weren't going to like that information when it came out. Ozzy is Timu Oscar. Let's see here. Who else is there? Let me take these off for a second. My ears are starting to hurt. Finally got a haircut. Got hair right now, and finally got my beard trimmed. So I feel like a new man. New man for a new week of Big Brother. I was called out. No, I just want to make sure you guys were here. That's all. Because I saw the viewership went way down for a second when the feeds cut. So I was like, oh, do we lose people? Rome is Timu Jack. Yeah, exactly. Howie's Timu Luke Skywalker. Gosh, that was interesting. So each week with the God, I gotta mute this. Each week with the veto competition, I'm feeling they're gonna do like the whole time travel thing, and they're gonna bring back a former house guest to host a competition, what have you. Who are we wanting most to come back to host a competition? My number one, I'm gonna throw out there, and we talked about him earlier, and I know it's never gonna happen, but imagine if they got in a time capsule and came back and we had like a video version of Jerry, like Big Brother 14 Jerry just comes back and it's like at 90 years old. It's like, screw you people. I would die. The winner wins. He's like, you'll always be Judas to me. Oh, that'd be so good. But BB10, sorry, not BB14, excuse me, BB10. That would be so good. Rachel, we already had the Rachel sighting, so I think that's done. I don't think they're having Rachel on again. I mean, I'm sure we'll get some of the legends. We'll probably get Janelle. Probably get Dan at some point. Maybe we'll probably get Derek because why not? They already have him there for his little site unlock show. Taylor. We'll probably get some of the ones from more recent seasons too. just because it's probably easier to pull. I want to see Aaron Grease come back. Yeah, that's not happening. God, could you imagine if they got like Zach Rance to come on? I don't think that's happening, but Davon's a good one. That one could definitely happen. Chicken George. Oh man, be crazy to catch. Fairplay. I told him I would love for you to get some Big Brother people to come on the podcast with me. We were able to obviously get we did an interview earlier today with oh my god. Just totally blanking right now as we're live here on stream. Just that's how long we've been on this live stream that my brain is mush at this point. We had Portia Briggs on the podcast with us earlier today, talking. She's from Big Brother 13, talking about the season and all that. And I was like, Fairplay, so who can you reach out to get him to come on the show with us from the Big Brother community? And he was like, I could probably get you Chicken George. I was like, that would be a pool. But I don't know how much content I could get out of Chicken George for an hour-long episode talking about the season. I don't know. Why does nobody miss Zach Rance when will he come back? I loved him. I think him and production aren't in the greatest of places because when he left the show, he kind of was saying some things that probably because I thought, Zach Rance, when at the end of his season, he was like, oh, this is a guy we got to bring back. Like, this is a guy that's going to come back and possibly play multiple seasons. But I don't think that's the case anymore. God, Frankie Grande, 100%. I could see that happening. Fairplay is Timu Dead Grandma Lie. Hopefully not Frankie Grande. I think that's inevitable. Probably get Danielle would be one I would definitely think we'd get. Either Danielle. I know nobody's talking about Zach Rance when they say Zach Rance, but I miss that kid. I love him. Is Jason just Timu Frankie? No, I don't think there's an exact comparison there. Frankie was a little more well liked in the house until he wasn't. Johnny Mac. Oh, I would love for a Johnny Mac sighting. You bring back Johnny Mac and Steve together. That'd be fantastic. Vanessa. Ian, I could see as someone they'd bring back. Probably going to get Nicole at some point. Let's be real. Probably going to happen. Jordan and Jeff will announce their divorce in the backyard. Jason is more successful than Frankie. At least he went on Drag Race and made a name for himself and not writing his sister's fame. Yeah, but Frankie was also on like Broadway and stuff. But yeah, I do agree. He definitely has been writing his sister's coattails forever. Chicken George, I totally forgot about that guy. Yeah, same. Johnny Mac is someone I would definitely want to see back. I definitely want to see where we're at with Johnny Mac all these years later. Johnny Mac is absolutely, you're right. Let's bring that kid back. He was awesome. Like people would be so here to get like a Johnny Mac sighting. But instead, we're probably going to get the freaking twins instead. Is Big Brother 16 Caleb just Timu Frank Udy? No. Frank was a little more dominant. Frank 2.0, a little more controversial than Frank 1.0. Vanessa Rousseau would be a great one. The Backstreet Boys dance with Johnny Mac. It was great. The fact that, we just need Johnny back. I would love Johnny Mac to just come back into the house. I would love to see him play again. Or, even on a different show. If we got him and Steve on The Amazing Race, how great would that be? Such a callback. I think they would do terribly, but I would be here for it for the 1 week that they're in it. Tiffany is Timu Vanessa. Exactly. Nobody wants fucking Nicole. Let's be honest. TBH, when I watched her run off stage in tears after Cody eliminated her, I giggled and laughed, and it was beautiful. It was the best part of the finale. That, and the fact is, with Nicole, production just loves Nicole. Have we got her on Unlocked yet, doing her little wine bullshit? I hated that. So much. Tucker. Yeah, Tucker is a good pick. I feel like Tucker is someone we're going to get back. Well, we could even get back Oh my God, blanking on her name. We had her back last season, so maybe not. Big Brother 20 winner. Rockstar on her daughter's birthday. That's a great poll. Frank was amazing. Loved him too. I loved him on Big Brother 14. Big Brother 18, some of his comments, especially about the women and stuff, a little more controversial. Brett, yeah. Tiffany being Timu Vanessa is the most accurate comparison yet. You win. Well, it's literally they look like the same person. Or how about Timu, each of the Nolan sisters being Timu of each other? Oh, you're talking about Tiffany from the Cookout. I thought you were talking about her sister Tiffany. I was like, that's dead on. She's insufferable. The go-go dancer that made Final 3 in Big Brother 20. Who the hell made Final 3? Go-go dancer. I can't even think of who that is. Frank was a miss on 18, you're right. But on TV version, Frank was very likable. Jin and Michelle come back wearing red and blue unitards, cheering for the alliance with Kamu, etc. I'm so tired, I can't remember what their alliance is called. LOL. I can't either. Don't worry. I forgot his name. He's from West Hollywood. Are you talking about JC? JC? Frank should have gotten expelled on 18. Yeah, I 100% agree. Yeah, who would be Timu JC? The go-go dancer. I forgot that he was a go-go dancer. Totally forgot that. Where is JC now? Where is JC now? All right, feeds are still down. So feeds came up for a whopping 3 minutes total, and then they've been down for like 30. So we're just waiting for feeds to come back. Obviously, not as riveting for the podcast listener, audio only listeners, but is what it is. We are here. We are hopefully bringing the content to you guys. We just we're trying to kill the downtime by chatting in the chat. Timu comparisons. Let us know in the comments section down below if you guys are watching this video after the fact. Who are your Timu comparisons? Bessie. Man, Bessie's like a less entertaining Mr. Spectacular. But even that doesn't feel right. The only reason Frank wasn't expelled on 18 is because he was a vet. I think so too. Oh my God, there's our team Spectacular, Fessy. Fessy and Mr. Spectacular would have 100% worked together if they were on the same season. 100%. Those guys would have broed out for sure. All right. Some housekeeping notes here too, guys. Twitch.tv/Bobby Goodsby, @Goodsby Bobby on Instagram, Twitter /X, and After Show on YouTube. Fessy is overrated. Yeah. Haha, best you to it, Bobby. Beat you to it. I know what you meant. Dan is Timu Dan. Yeah. That's the only comparison. You could say Dr. Will, I guess, to an extent. I also feel like Brian Hart is like Timu Dr. Will. Brian Hart from Big Brother 10. Trying to do some like deep cut references to like people that are Timu of each other. KLB says, okay, it's 1:45 a.m. in my time zone. I have to get my ass to bed. Thank you all for the fun and company tonight. I'm glad I found you. I'll be back again. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Me too, KLB. I have to work in 9 hours. I'm probably gonna cut it here too. Probably talk more tomorrow. Been in for 3 hours talking with you guys live on the feeds. My voice is kind of going to shit right now. Shit, it's not 9, it's 7. Bobby is Timu Goodsby. So I appreciate you guys all for being here. I definitely am losing my voice. Been chatting this whole time. I'll be live again, hopefully tomorrow night, late night for my live feed coverage. Now, granted, remember, guys, I have to work, so I'll be going live super late for most of you guys. I'll be going live around 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to watch the feeds and talk about things on the feeds with you guys here in the live stream. I know most of you guys in the chat right now are East Coasters who might not be with me, but you guys could always watch my coverage after the fact on YouTube. Go to after show on YouTube and watch it live. I mean, Humane will probably be there. Let's be real. They'll probably be in the chat. But for all of you that want to watch after the fact, you guys can join, watch after the fact and leave a comment. Let me know you guys were there in the comment section below. If you guys are listening to this after the fact, please leave a comment, leave a like, leave a sub, hit that bell notification. But really, leave a comment. I would love to get some more comments in the algorithm. Let me know you guys are there and let me know you guys are listening. What more content you guys want. Live streams hopefully will be happening again soon in the afternoon once the kiddo goes back to school, probably somewhere around jury time. Hopefully a little before. I think she goes back mid-August. But yeah, no, and like I said, you guys, I appreciate all of you guys here in the comments with me. I'm going to be working on my next guest for next week to talk about the show with me, Lauren Pratt, and Philip Solomon. We'll get a Big Brother player to join us, Brent Walgamot. Keep an eye out for him because he's going to be joining us again, hopefully in the next couple weeks once he comes back from his vacation. And we'll be getting him in here to talk about the live feeds, talk about the episodes, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm really looking forward to this Big Brother coverage all season long. Well, I'm just like kind of piecing it out. Okay, feeds are back. I'll stay on. Feeds are back. I was just about to say, watch, I'm going to immediately get off and then the feeds are going to come right back on. And what do you know? Feeds just came back on. All right, so good night, all. Love your lives, Bobby. Nice to chat with you all. Thank you so much, Amy. Appreciate you, KLB. Appreciate you guys for being here. All right. Just tried to see if we get any information out of this cast. They're all just kind of chilling. And feeds are back down. All right, guys. So that was entertaining. We got about 30 seconds in there and feeds were down. Oh, feeds are back up. You have all these camera angles, and the one feed you go with is Lyric fixing her bra. I'll stay. Feeds need to hurry up. Oh. But here's the problem too. It's like the live feeds we're getting right now is everyone just chatting, eating pizza, etc. All right, so we have in the bathroom, we have Lyric and Jason and some of the other girls, Melody, Mallory. And then in the kitchen, we have basically everybody else. I'm hoping we get some one-on-one private time with some of these guys talking. Okay. Okay, we might get right here. We're going to have Lyric, Melody, Mallory talking. All right, so you're right. We're never going to get one-on-ones tonight. No, it feels like this is not happening. They're all just talking about being have-nots for the week. It seems like Melody and Lyric are for sure have-nots. Does Devins even know proper feed etiquette? Doesn't seem like it. I need some one-on-ones. I need some people going up to the room or probably not into his HOH room yet, but some people pull aside talking game. They were talking game for a minute and then the feeds cut. So that, and it gave us nothing. All right. I think I might call it here. I'll be watching the feeds late night, but my voice is shot. We're not really getting into game talk, so I'm gonna mute this for a second. Like I said, guys, thank you so much. And feeds are down again. All right, so I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. I will have more content out there throughout the week, so definitely stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Amy, uh, KLB, Humane, Sincere, everyone else who was Lee. Let's see here. We had. I'm trying to see. We had so much of just us talking for a while. while. Allie watches things. Michelle, BB, BB and 7, T and Mock. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the chat tonight, keeping me company while we waited for the feeds to come back. You guys are the best. With that being said, I am out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys. Bye.